Okay. Let me see if. Hold on. Let me change. Hold on. Let me see if I can. I need to know if y'all can hear me. If y'all can see me clearly. I don't know how the hell I pulled this up right here, but I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to change this shit. As y'all come in, let me know if you can hear and see me clearly. As y'all can see, I'm rolling right now on my way to Hickory, North Carolina. Out here switching gears, trying to stay alive and shit like that. It's been a while. I hadn't been on here fucking with y'all. It feels like it's been forever. I don't think it's been really, but it's been a long time, right? It's been a long time since I've been on here. I got some messages like, look, man, I was telling people like, man, I've been at work, I ain't had time. They was like, man, fuck your time. Get in here and get this, basically get your whole ass in here and get on this goddamn line so I can. So I felt convicted. You know, after I got called the whole ass, like, get your whole ass, I said, okay. My people, and apparently they don't care. So if they want it, I come give it to them in a truck. But I've been going so hard working out here on this road. By the time I get to the fucking house, and y'all know it's done got a little warm out here. By the time I get to the house, I'm out of there. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm out of there. So that's been what I didn't think y'all was gonna miss me like that. I appreciate all the love and messages and everything like that. Y'all know I'm not gonna be able to read y'all's comments because I'm trying again to not murder people and be murdered myself. So I won't be able to read these comments because they, you know, they come up here so damn small and shit like that. We gonna deal with some shit, you know what I'm saying? We gonna deal with some shit. I'm gonna give people time to get in here. First and foremost, y'all already know what it is, man. Shout out Team Rob. Black first, second, and third. This is how we get it in over here. Y'all know what we do. Y'all understand the mission. I'm gonna tell you what I'm tired of. I'm tired of hoe ass niggas coming at me that don't know the mission. Okay, the mission is simple. Okay, the mission itself is simple. The getting to the mission is the difficult part. The mission itself is to kill the cave loving, cave approval seeking, cave validating needing coon that's inside of you. That's the mission. That's my goal. Very simple. I'm not building schools. I'm not building libraries. I'm not building museums. I'm not making DVDs. I'm not writing fucking books. Okay? It's everybody, there's people out here doing that. If you need that and want that, go get that. Don't be coming over here trying to impose. Like, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. I'm here to help you kill the coon. Okay? To make the schools make sense, to make the libraries and the books. And it ain't gonna make no sense until y'all stop cooning. It just ain't. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all say. It's coon. Hold on, my shit went out for a second. To my right of the book. With what I told y'all, look, if y'all make it to where I can quit working, then okay, do that then. I don't know what to tell y'all at this point. Like, make it to where I can stop working 14 hours a day, 70 hours a week, and then we can talk. Okay? Unless y'all gonna come fund a nigga. Like, if you're not about to do that, I can't just stop working to dedicate my life to the internet and you know, I just can't do that right now. I'm not saying I won't ever be in that position, but I'm not in that position right now. All right? I'm just not now. Y'all, again, send me some messages. Say, hey, Rob, I want you to quit work. We gonna carry you. We can talk about that then, okay? We can most definitely talk about it then. But y'all gonna have to stop cooning out. If you follow me on Facebook, Instagram, you know I'll be posting on there on pretty much a daily basis. From, you know, will be pro-black shit to shit about society and the government and what's going on out here. Y'all coons. I post about all types of shit on my Facebook and my Instagram. You can follow me. Those links are in the description box. But I want to talk about this one coon, and I really wanted to give it some time to really take the time to do this shit at home so I can play y'all the clip. But I'm doing it in here, so I won't be able to play y'all the clip. Some of y'all saw the clip, okay? Some of y'all saw the clip, and let me just say before we get into this thing full blown, y'all hit that like button for me. This is a random ass live. I don't expect a whole lot of people being here, but if you are here, hit that like button for me, please, okay? That's the least you can do for your brother. All right. Now, I saw a video. As you know, what happened with DC, Young Fly's, the mother of his children, the woman he was with. Y'all saw what happened with her name. She was going by Jackie O, if I'm not mistaken, as to what she was going by, Jackie O. Y'all saw what happened to her. And of course, that became this viral story with DC Young Fly dealing with that, dealing with the loss of, his kids' moms, and of course his children dealing with that as well. This was, everybody was giving their opinions. A lot of people had some really fucked up takes about him and it being his fault and all this old shit like that. I'm not getting into all that because that's that man's personal life. I ain't gonna come in and say it's his fault or no shit like that. Who I'm gonna talk about is her coon ass dad, okay? I'm gonna talk about the coon that lives within her dad, and apparently has been living within Jackie O's father for years. Okay, because I found out, and I thought Jackie O was a cave bitch, but I found out she was a half cave. Okay, a half coon, half cave baby was made here. Okay, so I'm looking at this dude give his words at the, I guess the funeral, the wake, or whatever. I don't know what the fuck exactly it was, but I was sent the clip, right? And of course, when I'm sent this, it's like, Rob, what you think about this? And y'all be knowing. Let me tell y'all what's so funny about the people that fuck with me. Y'all know what I think. Y'all know. There ain't no mystery as to what I think about, especially if it's some cool shit. Y'all be knowing. I think that's so funny. Y'all be like, Rob, what you think? You know what I think. Okay? You know what the fuck I think. You knew what I was gonna think. Listen to this nigga. Get up there. And I mean, I'm talking about babbling on about stuff that didn't have shit to do with his daughter, really. I don't know what the fuck the boy was talking about. Okay? Don't know what he was talking about, but I know for a fact the boy was on some coon shit because once he took a turn, I'm gonna tell you what he did. He got up there and was going into Genesis, into the Bible. And I already knew, at that point, I already know DC Young Fly is a pretty religious guy. Religious people, when they are taken into these fantasies and they use these, these fantasies as history, I already knew this shit, but it wasn't going to be right anyway. I don't like listening to people, and particularly black people, talk about, how the creation story and talking about some damn Adam and Eve. So, of course, this man is in the Bible, and I had to be fair. I had to be fair and honest enough to recognize the fact that, well, if he in the Bible, there's a good chance, the motherfucker ain't got too much sense anyway. And on top of him not having no damn sense, he's also a motherfucking coon. So we had to add that. So, quoting the Bible, listen to what this motherfucker said, yo. Listen to this. And I'm loosely, this is going to be me just telling y'all what he said. I don't have the video or anything like that. If you want to see it, it's out here, right? This man basically goes into a rant, a coon rant, where he says that some master teacher, so what I see is, like a master coon, like some of these guys, they get their coon messaging from other coons, okay? Like sensei coon, like there's a sensei, some of these coons be senseis to these other coons, and he said, master teacher, I want to say he said Mr. X, or some shit like that, put him up on game. Showed him in the Bible, basically, Adam was a black man made from brown dirt. And at this point, what he was saying, I'm like, okay, I know how niggas are, they like to make their Santa Claus black. And that means the motherfuckers coming to drop presents off every night, as long as you make them black. I know black folk have this, have this mentality, and particularly when it comes to religion, they feel like they doing something big if they just say, well, Jesus is black. That makes them feel, like the story has validity if I just say that he's black. If I make the characters black, if I say Spider-Man is black, well, that means there's a motherfucker swinging around cities, with spider webs. All I got to do is say that they black. This is what black people have done, with that can't let go of the Bible. So they'll hit you with the Yahweh, the Yeshua, people black, and they do all this old shit. Cool. Okay. At least they have decency enough not to have cave Jesus hanging up in their churches and hanging up in the places of their residence. Okay. I still think it's a problem. You're not about to convince me that Wolverine is real if you say it's a black motherfucker. Like, I'm not about to listen to y'all with y'all's fantasies and y'all coloring people black. I'm not going to do it. Okay. It's all fantasy. It's all folklore. It's all myth, right? Okay. I thought that's where he was going. He said the black man, Adam, the black man was made from dirt, brown dirt, made a black man, basically. And Eve then was pulled from the rib, a pink rib of Adam. Therefore, with that pink rib, was made a white woman. And this black man and this white woman populated the entire earth. It is through the womb of a cave bitch that all humanity has. This is what he's saying as he's speaking at his daughter's, wake, or they're inside of a church, again, funeral, whatever the fuck. This is the story he decided to tell. Okay? All this race stuff, he says, it's got the whole world going crazy. But if you really look at it, in the beginning, there was a black man and a white woman made from the rib of the black man. I said, oh my God, this coon ass nigga. Now, we know scientifically they've discovered and they've understood that the Eve gene, for lack of a better term, is what they call it, that's a black woman. Okay? Cave bitches don't got that. Okay? they don't. Okay? So for him to get up there and disrespect all black women, a couple times you'll see somebody come talk to him, like they lean into he giving a speech, and a nigga come up there like, nigga, what the fuck did you say? I don't know what was said, because it was, but I imagine it's like, nigga, what the fuck are you in here saying, Mike? What you said? You need to get the fuck up out, like, come on. Now what they should have did was ran up and tackled him. This is the energy, as we talk about energy, this the energy that he needed. He needed to be tackled. Then the story reads, Jackie O's coon ass daddy gets tackled by other black men by disrespecting black women, historically. I mean, from the beginning, disrespected black women. He got tackled, and I think I saw somebody stomp him too. That would have been a more, but of course everybody was trying to keep it calm, like, what the fuck does this got to do with? So this is how you ended up in Brazil, because apparently the mom is a Brazilian, and y'all know how people are. They like to use different words to say cave. So the mom was a Brazilian, which ain't nothing but a cave bitch in Brazil. We understand this, okay? We know we talking about cave bitches in Brazil. It is what it is, okay? But this is how he was able to be led into the caves to begin with. Now, the cave bitch left him to raise Jackie O as a single father. This is how she was raised, or he raised his daughter as a single father. You would think that some of this would have made him, you'd be like, you know what? I cooned it the fuck out by creating a child with a cave bitch anyway. I'ma change my life. Not what he did. This man got up there and disrespected black women across the board. We know who gives life to all life, as far as human life. Who has the Eve gene? It's a black woman. Okay? When you have black people who get into the fantasy of what the Bible is, it opens them up to having all other types of ridiculous ass thoughts. It opens them up for that. It opens them up to that. Because here you have a man that's this type of coon. And I'm sitting, again, when I'm looking, I'm like, this is he. And of course people was like, well, that's just the way he grieving. No, that's called cooning. Y'all got the words a little, y'all messing the words up a little bit. That's not grieving. That's called cooning. Yeah, and apparently he was doing that way before his daughter passed away. Like, there is no excuse for what that man got up there and said. And he got this from some other coon, called him a master teacher, Mr. X, or whoever the fuck that is. His sensei coon done put him up on this type of game. That we all come from white bitches. We all came, even in the Bible, it is written, I'll say, that we all came from white bitch, black man. And this is the shit I'm saying now. Understand, it is because black men have this, they have to try to make whatever they're doing logical, and particularly, especially when they land with cave hoes, they have to try to make it logical. In this case, he made it divine. He made his coon-ass choice, and I'm sure choice is, he made those choices divine. That's what type coon he is. And I would argue that these black men who lay up in caves, they don't have a problem with this story. They're cool with it. Because they're going to make it be divine. It was written. And here we are, talking about the creation story and using Genesis as scientific, historical fact. Black people. As much of a coon as this man is, him simply stating the story of Adam and Eve, him simply using the story of Adam and Eve, speaks to the religious pathology that we have amongst our people anyway. Something that we don't like to really deal with like that. We like to kind of glaze over it. When we got full-blown grown people out here who still use the Bible as a point of reference as it ties to reality. The people still doing that. Every single day, people still acting like that. What happens is, hold on one second, y'all. Hold on. What happens is when you're using the Bible as a point of reference, when you do that, when you use the Bible as a point of reference, to me, it discredits everything that you got to say, in my opinion. That's just with me, though. I can't take you seriously if you're explaining. Now, you can say, well, here's a theory. Now, the issue I have is, as much of a coon as he is, if he would have just said that both of them was black or something like that, then it wouldn't have been an issue. Hold on. My bad, y'all. My bad. I need to put my phone on. Hold on. Let me put this shit on Do Not Disturb so we ain't got to deal with this type of shit. Let me put my shit on Do Not Disturb so we ain't got to deal with nobody even trying to talk to me while I'm trying to talk to y'all. Okay, can y'all hear me? I was on the phone. That's why the audio went out. It should be back now. Is the audio good now? Is the audio good now? Y'all let me know if the audio good and we'll continue here. Okay, we good. Okay. So, what you have is now, when people use the story in Genesis as a history story, if he'd have made, or either not spoke about race at all, or said both of them was black, it would have been, and wouldn't nobody had an issue with it. I have an issue with it even being used as a point of reference, because people don't talk about it like, here's a theory. Here's a theory on how human life could have come to be. They don't talk about it that way. people use it and say it as a matter of fact. And I think that's what bothers me the most about religion. It's the matter of fact that they speak about how things came to be that they have no fucking idea about at all. It's that. So as much of a coon as he is for even saying this shit about a cave bitch, to me, black people continuing to use these stories as a fact, or as, you know, not a theory, a fact, that to me is coon shit as well. I don't see how y'all do it. I don't see how y'all do it. And I think we open ourselves up to be deceived more by first swallowing and understanding the religious deception, the creation deception, and the afterlife deception. I think taking that in opens you up to all types of other forms of fuckery that your mind can be on out here in these streets. It just opens you up to all other types of deception, all other types of sheep mentality. Once you can take in a fantasy as reality, well, there's no telling what we can get over on you. We can do pretty much anything. Black people have kindly removed how they got Christianity from their mind. Fuck the plantation, fuck it being beaten into you, fuck you being stripped of your African spirituality or your native spirituality, because it could be one or the other. And honestly, they kind of mirror each other anyway. Okay? Either way, there was no one God. It was more, people were more polytheistic, where they believed if they was going to believe in any gods, it's going to be many gods. Okay? That's how it was going to be. That's how the would-be spiritual system worked. Or you were going to be worshiping nature, trees, water, sun. You were going to be that type of people. Once you allow yourself to know for a fact that humans come from Adam, Eve, and their story in the Bible, it opens you up to all other forms of deception. And it leads you down a coon-ass path, in my personal opinion. Because people don't speak about it like it's a theory. This man got up there in front of everybody and spoke about this like it was fact. And he did one better than a lot of black people. They won't even acknowledge Adam as black. They get stuck. A lot of black Christians will argue that it don't even matter what race Adam or Eve was. There's no need to even talk about that. It doesn't matter what race their Jesus is. It don't matter. They'll try to get around it by saying, well, it don't even matter really, right? That's what they'll do to try to, ignore the glaring fact that, well, okay, what was that in? What race was it? If you're in your mind, you took in cave Jesus, you took in the fact that you would say that God made people in his own image. So y'all's cave God made people in his image. Well, then you already done gave into the fact that it was two caves. All the angels up in heaven, caves. So you already gave into that idea, just taking on this religion. I done been into the churches. I know what y'all in there doing. I know what y'all doing. I know how y'all getting down. I've seen the murals and the depictions of little cave angels. This is how y'all took all that in. And you didn't have an issue with that. You don't question it. You see what I'm saying? So what this man did was, well, Adam was a black man. Eve was a white woman. And from Eve, a cave bitch, comes all other life. And he spoke about it like it's fact. As ridiculous as what he's saying is, again, anybody telling me the creation story using Adam and Eve, I'm going to look at them some type of way regardless. Now, in this case, he just disrespected black women. Because of his love for the caves is that deep. And these motherfuckers be sick like that. Something wrong with them. But I'm going to look at anybody crazy as using Genesis as this is how we all got here. I know it for a fact. That's my issue with religious people. because they speak factually about things they cannot know that are fact. They just can't do it. How many of y'all saw this shit? How many religious people do we even have in here right now? I know it shouldn't be many, okay? It shouldn't be many religious people in here fucking with me like that. But how many of y'all are religious and saw this speech, heard this speech, and looked at it like, well, him making a white woman or him making Eve white is the issue, not the story itself. Because I had an issue with him making Eve white and the story itself. A lot of people don't have an issue with the story. And that's why me and black people, we kind of go, we're going to go our separate ways on that. Because I'm not going to acknowledge that as fact. It's too ridiculous of a story for me to acknowledge as fact. It's a story. It is what it is. Okay? So I don't do that with religious people. I can't do that. And when you have black people out here that are on whatever spectrum of the coon, whatever section of the coon spectrum that they're in, his level of cooning is deeper. But anybody that's going to quote and use the Bible that way, to me, that's some coon shit anyway. To me, it's some coon shit. It's some coon shit. Because y'all, Jesus is still a cave. Y'all, God is still a cave. Adam and Eve are still caves. And all y'all angels is caves. That's what y'all did. Hold on. Why the fuck is this? Alright. That's what we did. So as much of an issue I had with this dude, and I'm seeing, it's killing me because it's almost like there isn't a day that goes by that there ain't no cool shit happening. No matter how long I'm away from here, it's some cool shit happening. Now y'all got Cornell West running for president. How many of y'all saw that? Cornell West is running for president. How many of y'all saw that? When I first saw that Cornell West was running for president, I thought to myself, this nigga is a coon. But I've always thought Cornell West was an educated coon. Understand, there is a such thing as an educated coon. Okay? You can be very educated, and actually, education causes a lot of the coon shit, but you can be very educated, book smart, if you will, and still don't understand the system of racism and how it works in this country or across the world. Cornell West is we all are one coon. He that type of guy. Not saying he's dumb, but he is an all-inclusive coon. And you'll have a lot of these, all white people ain't bad. Y'all hear that all the time. I get it all the time. It never stops. Black people, if they not gonna do nothing else, they're gonna defend white folk. They're gonna defend white folk to the very end. I saw that Cornell West was running, and then I was sent a picture of Cornell West's wife. His wife is a full-blown cave. Now understand, I don't trust black men that lay in the caves. I can't trust them. I just can't. Their track records have shown me, once we start talking about race, you gonna end up being Jackie O's coon ass daddy, or an all-inclusive coon ass, educated coon ass Cornell West. You're going to end up being somewhere in here. And you and me aren't going to be able to see eye to eye because you are an all-inclusive, all white people ain't bad. Almost like they want to say, well, most of them good. It's almost like an unspoken, well, it's only 4 racists that exist in the world and y'all keep focusing on those 4. This is the type of shit that these type of people, this is the vibe they give off. Well, y'all just focusing on these 3 or 4 bad ones, so, y'all just focusing on the wrong thing. Cornell West wants to talk to and speak to all people. And of course, in doing so, black people have this inclusion attitude that we like to have. Inclusion attitude that we like to have, and it don't work out for us. It don't work out for us at all. Come on, man. This motherfucker don't want to go. My bad, y'all. It don't work out for us because that coon mentality, if he gets into office, he will be another black man in a position, in a high place, and that ain't gonna mean nothing for us, though. That never means nothing for us. Black faces in high places, it doesn't work for us. It hasn't worked for us at all. And I think he said he's with the People's Party or the Green Party or something he's doing, but he wants to include all other races with us. This type of coon shit. And black people, we believe that we have to be this way to be accepted. Even though nobody else is this way, we have to be this way for us to get acceptance, for us to not ruffle any feathers, for us to, be able to move through this system of white supremacy and get our seat at their table. We believe then we must all be inclusive this way. That's what we believe. There is no other way we are going to get accepted in society. And I'm not saying that they're wrong. I always want to know, why do we want to be accepted by society so much so that we're willing to sacrifice ourselves? What is wrong with us? I know what it takes for us to be accepted by society. Kumbaya. I have a dream that one day my black kids can be able to hold hands with the fucking caves. I know what it takes to be accepted by society. But why do we want that so much? Because really, when we say accepted by society, all we're really saying is being accepted by the caves. That's really all it is. There's only one way we can present to be accepted by the masses. That should let you know that the entire world is anti-black anyway. That should let you know that. Because you have to be all-inclusive to even get a microcosm of acceptance. You have to be all-inclusive. This is why y'all's black president, that's why he wasn't able to come out here and talk about black folk. He has to be all-inclusive. That's the only way you're accepted. You have to be all-inclusive. That's the only way black people are accepted. Even by other black people. That's the part that's scary. That's the spooky part. Even by other black people, you have to be all-inclusive. Because they're going to tell you, not all white people like this, not all white people like that, most of them good. To even get acceptance from your own people, you have to be all-inclusive. People be going at me all the time. All-inclusive. You can't have a hard stance against racism and the people that take a part in said racism. And black faces in high places ain't meant shit for us. Just like with this Tyler Perry thing. They say that Tyler Perry is about to or already has purchased VH1 and BET. I don't know what that means. Tyler Perry is all-inclusive. These are the only people, even black people, only accept the all-inclusive black people. All-inclusive. We don't even accept ones that would be pro-black. We don't even accept that. We not even fans of people that are going to be pro-black, that aren't all inclusive. We're not even fans of those people. We'll have the even, I'm hearing, when I'm listening to some of the pro-black guys now, they'll come out here and try to differentiate. They'll say, well, you know, I don't got problems with all white people. It shocked me. Other day, somebody sent me something, Umar Johnson did. It shocked me to hear even Umar saying, well, no, I don't got problems with white women, but I'm just, like, I'm not about to do all that. And I can't see me getting to the point where I am. I'm going to take my time to say, well, I don't got problems with all white women or all, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. Because I don't give a fuck if they think I got a problem with them or not. That doesn't matter to me. If their perception is I got a problem with them, then they can think I got a problem with them. I don't give a fuck. I'm not about to come in and try to, you know, well, I'm not trying to talk bad about all y'all white folks. So understand that, good white. I'm not doing that. I don't care enough to do that. If you believe I got a problem with you, then believe I got a fucking problem with you. I don't give a fuck. I just don't. I can't. It doesn't make sense to me for me to do that. But I'm noticing now, that's what I'm, because when I heard Umar do it the other day, I was like, wait, what? Why are you saying that you don't got a problem with white people? Like, who cares? Because even if you did have a problem with white people, you haven't implemented any systems to oppress them. So who gives a fuck if you got a problem or not? Who gives a fuck? Why do you have to come out here and say, well, no, I don't got a problem with all white women, but I support black women? No, I'm not doing all that. I support black women, period. Fuck you white hoes. I'm not about to take the time out to be like, well, you know, it's not that I'm against the white bitches. It's just that, you know, I'm for black women. So therefore, like, I'm not doing all of that. That's too much work. I'm not trying to make sure that white folk know I like them or that I don't look at them a certain way. I have no interest at all. I know it ain't one cave out here losing no goddamn sleep because I didn't make sure that I said that I fuck with some of them. I know for a fact that's not happening. It wouldn't matter if I didn't give a fuck about none of these caves. I'm not out here implementing any systems to target them, to target their people, keep their people out of anything. So I'm not about to go through and differentiate like that. I don't give a fuck what a cave think upon listening to anything I have to say. I don't care what they think. They can think I hate all of them. I don't give a fuck. Don't care what they think. But we're constantly trying to appease these people. And when I look at what Cornell West is about to try to do with this presidency, I know that's what it's going to be about. Him trying to appease the masses. This is how you win votes. Because black people understand you don't make up most of them. We understand that we know we don't live in a democracy, a true democracy, where popular vote matters. We know that. We've had it explained to us. We know about the Electoral College. We understand how all this works. Now, well, some of us understand how it works. Some of us are still dumb as fuck. Okay? If you lived in an actual democracy, then your vote would matter. It would count, but it doesn't. What matters is money, super PACs. You know, that's why you need all this money for campaigns. Okay? That's why that's relevant. If this was an actual democracy, you wouldn't need money for campaigning. You wouldn't need all of that. But there's so much money funneled into these campaigns to make sure you stay connected into the illusion that popular vote matters to keep you running to the polls. And they know as long as y'all show up at the polls, they got you right where they want you, right? But still, we got to deal with the reality. Black people don't make up most of the people in this country. So even if it was about majority vote, which is not, but even if it was, Cornell West has to appeal to the caves. He has to. Obama had to appeal to the caves. Now, it just so happens that our pathology is trying to appeal to the caves anyway. That it ain't like a person has to make a drastic shift or a change in who they are, because they already like that anyway, but they have to appeal to the caves. How then can I trust any motherfucking president that presents themselves to me as they campaign nationally? They're trying to win the white vote. Now, I know black people, we arrogant, and they've made us believe that the black vote has some power. They want us to believe that. Therefore, they'll keep feeding that illusion as we keep talking about what we're going to do with our vote. To keep you in a position where you talk like that, they'll keep playing these games with you, and you keep falling for them. The black vote, this powerful black vote, when we know most of the people in this country is caves. There's nothing, that's not me trying to be extra, it just the numbers bear it out. Most of the people in this country are caves. A president can get the cave vote alone and win. I'm sorry. It is what it is. So if you see a black man or woman in these positions to run for president, understand they have to campaign to everyone. Therefore, they're not going to be able to talk about reparations. Y'all are not going to be able to bully these people into talking about no damn reparations. Not having a serious conversation about reparations nationally. Okay? It's not going to happen. Because to talk about reparations, you must then talk about black people specifically and be giving something specific to black people only. And this country does not work like that. And if you haven't been paying attention to politics, you find me a policy that is to black people, specifically to black people only. You won't find it. You will not find any law that's been written specific to black people, in the favor of black people. Now, we know that there are plenty of laws against us, but in favor of us, for us, no. It doesn't matter how many wars we fight in. It doesn't matter how many taxes we pay. It doesn't matter if you work on with the police, the cops, 3Ks don't get this shit fucked up. It doesn't matter what we do and in what institutions that we ingratiate ourselves in, there's still nothing specific happening for black people. Period. When you start talking about things that are specific for black people, period, what white cave America, 3Ks don't get this shit fucked up Incorporated will show you is that they have no interest in anything that benefits black people specifically. But this is all at the same time, while these black people out here will tell you that most white people are not racist, most white people don't have a problem with black people, it's only a few of them. You want to know who these people are? Start talking about black people specifically. They'll show you. They'll show you. You ain't got to believe me. I mean, people want to act like that, you know, people that speak like I speak are gaslighting, like we creating racism. Like we pulled racism up from the goddamn dirt and from a rib, like y'all's God did. We're not creating racism. You can see it full blown. And all you gotta do is start talking about black people specifically, and you'll see it. I didn't use a rib and dirt to make it. You'll see it. All these good white folk y'all talking about, they disappear. They completely disappear. So you got Cornell West, he'll be running. You got ain't Kanye West talking about he might be running too. He's also laying in the caves. Like, there is no haven for black people in the political arena. It don't exist. That's Biden, that's Trump, that's Cornell, that's Kanye. It doesn't matter. There ain't no haven for you. And they know they ain't got to do shit for you. So understand that as well. As long as black people are continuing to worship the caves the way that we do and seek approval from these caves and want to be inclusive of every person, we will continue to be stagnant. It just is what it is. That will continue to be stagnant. It is what it is. I ain't saying it to be fucked up. I ain't trying to shoot down your little coon ass dreams, but I mean, it just is what it is. Because we don't put ourselves first, second, and third. Because we don't do that, we'll be stagnant. We'll spend all of our time arguing online about some 50-50. That's what we're gonna be with it. That's as far as we're gonna get. As far as we gonna make it. Because hell, we're in the 6th month of so-called 2023. We halfway through the year, and have these niggas stopped? Have they stopped talking about 50-50 relationships, modern this, traditional that, femininity, masculinity? Like, have they stopped? Masculine, have they stopped? These are the conversations that we want to have every day. These are the conversations that we want to engage in on a daily basis. It never stops. It never ever stops. We trash each other every single day. That's all we do. We trash each other. We wake up in the morning to trash each other. Every day. All day. We don't give the same energy to calling out the system. This system, calling out capitalism, what it's done to not only the minds of people, what it's done to y'all's relationships. It's done a number on pretty much everything out here in the world. But I don't even hear relationship podcasts or conversations even talk about what capitalism has done. We don't talk like that. We gonna come talk shit about each other. That's what we do. And we don't see nothing wrong with that. It ain't getting us no wins. Ain't no wins happening from this. Because we still stuck under that coon mentality. We got coon ass goals. Or capitalist goals and securing bags and things like this. And black capitalism ain't about to save you niggas. You're not about to go buy no politicians. I mean, this is no disrespect to people who believe this, but I mean, come on. This isn't real. The one and only thing that's gonna save you niggas, shit went out. Y'all let me know when y'all can hear me again and see me again. Let me know when everything is clear. I'm riding through the fucking boondocks right now and shit. Y'all let me know when we good. Let me know in the comments. We good? Okay. That's one of the reasons I don't like going live when I'm driving, because I hate that it'll just drop out and then I can do I'm driving. I can't, you know. I don't like doing it, but we here. But understand that the one thing black people don't want to try, the one thing we seem to continue to shy away from, is unifying. And I'm not talking about sharing the exact same ideas. I'm talking about unifying under a common purpose. We don't want to, we just, you know, when you talk about unifying, you start hearing niggas talk about how all black people aren't a monolith. And then that'll become the conversation. We're not all the same. That'll be what we'll use to defeat any ideas or any conversations about unity. We'll defeat those conversations by saying, well, we're not all the same. Other cultures are the same. Other cultures are the same. You niggas take pride in calling yourself being different, but that's your weakness. That's your weakness. That's how we continue to lose. That's not a bragging right for you niggas to sit around and talk about that you're not a monolith. Nobody's asking that you be a monolith. But everybody else is unified on principle. That principle being anti-blackness. That's the unifying property of other cultures. Their anti-blackness. I'm trying to get black people to unify on their would-be pro-blackness. Niggas don't even want to do that. This is why we're going to continue to get what we get. Because we don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear nothing about it. We go from, you know, little random ass viral moment online, viral moment online. It takes up our attention. What happened with Suki Hana, and it's some young black man, you know, where, you know, he forcing a kiss on her. You know, these type of things is, you know, every day. Every day it's the next viral moment from viral moment from viral moment. That's just what we're doing all day, every day. And none of it has anything to do with us as a people. Period. Every viral moment shows is that black people are some coons. That's all I ever get. Like, after you do all the math and you add everything up, bring and carry the one and then move the, and then after you do all the math, at the bottom of it, it equals that black people are some coons. And we are cooning every goddamn day. Viral moment, viral moment, viral moment. And of course, bitches online shaking their ass half naked or in their drawers, or, you know, it's like, I mean, come on, yo. That's it. Every day. After I do the math. Do the long math too. Like the Common Core shit. You know what I'm saying? That bullshit. That Common Core math. At the end of all of it, I got niggas as coons. And we're not seeking to change that. The only thing I see that we are seeking to change is our place in the system of capitalism. We want to have more money. We want to have wealth to pass down, because somehow we believe that money is going to, you know, pull us up out of racism. You'll be able to surpass racism if you just get enough money, niggas. And now we talk to each other like that. It's because you niggas ain't got no money. That's why racism is happening. That's why it's real. So take the responsibility away from the caves. It's because you niggas ain't got enough money. It's because you niggas ain't passing down generational wealth. Not saying that's a bad thing. Generational wealth, that's cool, that's good, or whatever. But it's not going to be a liberating factor for black people as it pertains to the system of white supremacy. It's just not going to do that. It may make the way your child don't have to stress about paying bills or, having land and having a home. But it's not going to change the fact of what your child going to deal with as far as racism and white supremacy. And the reason that that's not going anywhere is because black people don't give a fuck about, we're trying to work through the racism. To us, that's the win. We're going to work through it. We're going to work through this shit. That shows how strong we are, because we can just work through all this racism. That makes us feel proud. And all these good white folk y'all talking about ain't nowhere to be fucking found. Because they would have ended racism. They would go against the racist systems. But they will not do it. Instead, they're coming and screaming in your face about some goddamn global warming. They're coming to make sure that you know that the earth is heating up. They will champion that cause. All while leaving out the diabolical nature of the white men and women that have led to them fucking up the environment the way that they have. All while leaving that part out. That part they're not going to say. They're not going to talk about that. Like, motherfucker, bitch, is you. Making global warming is a problem, it's you. So, talk to your people about that. They'll pick up that cause. But when it comes to fighting racism, the systemic racism, crickets. Crickets. And black people, we just trying to fight our way through it. That's how we get our strength. I'm telling y'all, man. I look out every day. There ain't day go by, I'm not shaking my head. Like, what the fuck be on our minds, yo? What be on our minds? Or is there anything? Our kids don't have any examples to follow whatsoever. It's a problem. It's a problem that we refuse to acknowledge. But I know at this point, it's like preaching to the fucking choir. At this point, I'm just preaching to the choir. Black folk don't really have any interest in coming together as a people outside of some money-making scheme. Of course, we'll come together for that. Because we believe black capitalism is the way. And it's just not, black people. I'm sorry. You can go get all the wealth you want to get. That's not going to liberate your people. You can go buy you some land. That's not going to liberate your people. You can start you a business. That's not going to liberate your people. It's just not. It may make for good economics, as far as black economics and where that's concerned, but that's not going to liberate black people. And anybody telling you that it is, they're misleading you. And more than likely, they're trying to line their own pockets. What I notice when I see these capitalism gurus, they're trying to line their own pockets to teach you how to line your pockets. That's normally how it works. They're going to charge you some amount of money to learn, how to make money. They're going to line their pockets. You're going to line yours. And black people still going to be right where we are right now. Coons. That's it. That's all. So until we begin to have a problem with the mentality that will lead a Jackie O's father up in a pulpit at a church talking about some Adam was black, Eve was white, and it's from this cave bitch womb that all human life comes from, as we continue to pedestalize the white man and his mama. Even the people that are running for office can't be pro-black. Pro-blackness is impossible to exist in this society. It's been shown historically. It can't exist. It can't even exist amongst black people. It can't even exist amongst black people. Until y'all change the culture, we gonna be here. We gonna be here. We gonna be here, not going, really stagnant, right here in this position we are now. Life gonna keep moving. Technology will keep getting better. Y'all gonna keep being scared of AI and all this old shit they're coming out with, and y'all gonna keep being scared of it. We in the last days. Of course, I seen some dumbass, not only just niggas, a whole bunch of dumb motherfuckers out here talking about we in the last days now because of AI, and some fish that had washed up on some beach. It was thousands of fish washed up. These motherfuckers talking about revelations. I'm just like, it's like, is there a point in even trying is there a point in even talking to motherfuckers? Revelations. Like, some fish washed up on a beach, thousands of fish, and niggas was talking about revelations. Jesus is coming back. Don't you niggas wish? Don't you? I know niggas wish that Cave Jesus was coming back. I know you wish. I honestly feel like that motherfucker, if Cave Jesus was to split the sky right now, your ass would be back on the plantation. That's where he'll put you niggas. That's where he'll put you. Cave Jesus don't give a fuck nothing about you niggas. And the fact that y'all continue to believe that he about to part the sky and come do something for you niggas it's a mental disorder at this point. Them fish washed up on the goddamn beach. If I'm back. Let me know if we back in here. Y'all wish some Jesus was coming back. Y'all wish. Then it would excuse your laziness, the fact that you refuse to unify, the fact that you continue to not build your culture on black pride, which I've told y'all, that's what it's going to take. I don't care how many candidates you got that's black that's running. I don't even care that y'all waiting for Cave Jesus to part the sky. Ain't nothing going to change for black people until we build our culture on black pride. Y'all can keep trying to go through the side door, back door, window, through the chimney like y'all's a Santa Claus. Y'all can keep doing all this shit y'all want to, but ain't nothing going to change for our people until we build a culture on black pride. Nothing's going to change. No way, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Those are just facts. Ain't nobody coming to save you. We must enlist ourselves and enlist our children into us saving our own people. Period. Period. And you can't do that unless you have the right mindset. And you can't have the right mindset if everything that excites you is a whole bunch of cool shit. A whole bunch of cool shit. They about to let y'all celebrate Juneteenth, ain't they? Didn't Joe Biden just have a Juneteenth celebration? Had Method Man up there, had even, good Lord, and I fucks with Lettucey heavy. Lettucey up there singing, had him a concert up there for you niggas. Had him a concert, a Juneteenth concert, up at, I don't know exactly where, maybe it was the White House or some shit like that, or maybe that's where he had it, but a Juneteenth celebration. Why do black people have to wait to Juneteenth to put on a t-shirt that would suggest that they love themselves? Why? February And now y'all got Juneteenth. And these are the only times that you can tell that black people even know who the fuck, other black leaders, orators, and people that put their lives on the line for you. You would think that black people didn't even know them any other time of the year. Why is that? Why do you have to be given permission to celebrate yourself? Why? And I saw it was some people mad about the Juneteenth. They was being all inclusive with Juneteenth. What they're doing, I'm gonna tell you the logic in that. Do you know how y'all black people will celebrate the 4th of July, Labor Day, Memorial Day? Y'all celebrate everything with these caves. Every single thing y'all celebrate with these caves. Y'all can't help yourselves. Matter of fact, you've even got it to now to where you'll tell yourself that even your children can't make it without these holidays that y'all celebrate. This is what y'all tell yourselves, right? What they're doing is trying to make Juneteenth all inclusive so they can get all the bread. It's capitalism. It's capitalism. That's all it is. I mean, it's some coon shit. I'm not gonna sit here and hold y'all. It's some cool shit happening. But it's capitalism at its core. They're trying to make white people be involved, bring the caves in, so they'll go buy them a little RBG t-shirt. You understand what I'm saying? Make Juneteenth all inclusive as well. Put it on the calendar. Black folk didn't gatekeep it. We don't have a culture that will gatekeep anything. We don't have a culture that will gatekeep anything. And because we don't have a culture that will gatekeep anything, I mean, everything's up for grabs. And if you've been following me on social media, I mean, I'm this way every day. I didn't need Juneteenth to become a national holiday for me to wear and celebrate, show my pride in my people. I didn't need that. I didn't need none of that. Black people always waiting on permission from the caves, no less. That it's okay for you to have a little bit of pride in this month, on this day. And we cool with that. Meanwhile, they patriots all year. They're racist all year. When I think, and honestly to me, patriot and racist synonymous. They're going to fly their American flag all year. They're going to fly their Confederate flag all year. You get permission every once in a while. And your culture, because it's not built on black pride, that's enough for you. You don't see nothing wrong with that. You don't look around and think, damn, that's odd as fuck. These people be proud of their whiteness all year long. Or what they mask it under the banner of American. 3Ks, don't get this shit fucked up incorporated. They hide that shit under patriotism. They're a real American. You see? It's because we don't got no culture. And that's jarring. I know I've been saying that shit and it's jarring to people, but I'm not saying it because I'm happy. I'm saying it because we can build one. We can build one. We can build a culture. We can build a culture. We just refuse to. And a lot of that is because we think we got one already. And a lot of it is because we don't care enough to do the work to build a culture. Because then black people have this problem where, you know, any idea or challenge for you to love yourself is met with, you know, pushback. We do that with pushback. Like we don't want to hear nothing about us loving ourselves. Or we'll argue that we can do all types of cool shit and still love ourselves at the same time. So this way you'll have, you know, the Christian sometimes will tell me, well, I can be a Christian and believe in cave Jesus and still be pro-black, or, you know, it's like, we want to be able to do all this stuff and still call that, you know, like, no, I don't know if you really can be like that, right? We can have a culture. We can create a culture that's built on more than soul food and dancing. We could. We just have no interest. We have no interest in any of that. No interest. No, I'm going to disagree. Anybody telling me we got a culture, I disagree. I disagree with you, because what we made black culture is a bunch of nigga shit. You're not going, if that's what you want to carry as your culture, that's you. I'm not carrying it as my culture. I'm not carrying a whole bunch of nigga shit as black culture. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. The hood, the thug, or the would-be thug image and all that shit, like, no. That's what the caves told y'all that was y'all culture before y'all even took it in as y'all culture. Anyway. The caves been said that. They said you was violent, you unkempt, you don't know how to dress, your hair nappy. They've been told you all that. You don't know how to speak proper English. They've been told you all that. And you turn around and say, well, now that's our culture. No, I refuse. I refuse all that shit. I refuse it. We ain't got no culture. That's why y'all invite everybody white that can dance to y'all's cookout. That means you ain't got no culture. You have caricature of black. Okay? That's what you got. You have a caricature of black. This is why a white person can act black. This is why a Chinese motherfucker can act black. This is why they can do that. Because it's a caricature. They can put grills in their mouth, listen to some rap music, sag their pants a little bit, get tatted up, and they can be invited to your fucking cookout. That's because you ain't got no culture. Nobody else does that. Like, everybody else got a culture. They're not inviting you to no fucking cookout because you can sing a goddamn rock and roll song or country song, or they're not doing that. That's black folk. Because you can river dance. You think you come into a cave cookout because you bust a river dance out? Yeah, right. They don't. No, that's you. You are the only person that can happen with, is because you don't have a culture built on anything that has anything to do with black pride. Because once you have a culture built on this, it can't be penetrated. It can't be infiltrated. It can't be. Because a motherfucker can't just put this on. They can go get the grills. They can turn the music up, learn the words to a song. You can't go just get this. And this is required for admission to my cookout. This is required. So hell, even most black people can't come to my shit right now. I have a goddamn cookout. Niggas ain't even getting in. I don't give a fuck if you can sing no Cardi B song and rap it, or you can twerk at the motherfucker. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm looking for this. And your whole ass ain't getting in. I don't give a fuck about none of that other shit. I don't care what music you listen to or none of that shit. What food you, I don't care about none of that shit. It's about this. And until we build our culture on this, everybody gonna be invited to y'all's cookout. Period. Period. Y'all can keep telling me I'm crazy if you want to. I don't care. I know this for a fact. Right now, our blackness is an outfit. It's an outfit. It's a goddamn outfit. And that's why anybody can put it on. It is what it is. Because to us, it's about slang, it's about dancing, it's about cooking, it's about silly shit that anybody can learn how to do. This is instilled in your conscious, your subconscious. It's instilled in your soul. The same way they instill anti-blackness in their kids. That's why your black ass ain't going to their cookout. They don't give a fuck how nice you are. They anti-black. They don't give a fuck if you can dance. They anti-black. Sing their songs all you want to. At the end of the day, you're not coming to their motherfucking function. No. They don't care nothing about none of that. You can put your white girl voice on. You can do that. You can go do all of that. Do your best to try to get in there with them good. And it's still gonna be no. As soon as you better not even say nothing about blackness, being proud of your blackness. They're gonna call you a nigga and kick you the fuck up out of there. You better not say a goddamn thing. You got the coon. You got the coon. But at some point, we got to change this, y'all. I believe we can change it. I just think we don't have any interest in changing it. I don't think we have any interest. I think we think it's light. Like, I think we think it's a small thing. And I don't know how many L's we have to take. I don't know how many political, election cycles we have to go through to see. Like, I don't know what it's going to take for us. I don't know. Maybe y'all's cave Jesus will have to part the goddamn sky and come down this bitch. I don't know what it's going to take. But I know this is what I believe in my soul. And I'm seeing all the cool shit that black people engage in all the time. It's constant. It never stops. Black people are always mad at me, especially niggas. Niggas be mad at me all the time. Black men are always mad. But that's how I know. Because if the black man is a coon, then it's a wrap. It's a wrap, bruh. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. There's nothing else can be done. Ain't nothing else can be done. If the black man is a coon, nothing else can be done. And that's where we are right now. We can't change the game with black men out here cooning the way that they do. We just can't. We cannot. It's gonna be impossible because black men out here cooning. Black men stay out here cooning at all times. And it's just like how the fuck you gonna how can we lead our people to cooning? So it's tough. Even the kind-hearted, good intention coon. Like these coons still exist. They don't understand the system of racism, white supremacy. They don't get it. They don't understand how it works. So then they can't teach how it works. They can't teach their children to be able to see through that propaganda and decode that propaganda. They can't even see it. Because black men run around out here cooning at such a high fucking level. And I don't care. Notice, black man, I'm not talking to you about your money. That's how other motherfuckers will treat you. Because they don't give a fuck nothing about you. You got a bunch of motherfuckers that just anti-black men. So they're going to talk to you about your money. They're going to tell you you're not worthy. They're going to talk to you like you're dumb. They're going to talk to you like you're stupid. They don't give a fuck nothing about you. You'll have people who hate you, black man. And you'll have black women who may hate your motherfucking ass. I'm talking to you about your mind. I'm talking about your mind. I ain't telling you that you got to go to college. I ain't telling you about none of that shit. I'm talking about your mind. I don't care where in life you are. I don't give a damn if you're a fucking janitor. I don't give a damn if you dip fries, flip burgers, sweep floors, or wipe tables. I don't care what you do. I'm talking to you about your mind. I'm not here to make you feel inferior. That's what coon niggas do. That's what we do as black people. We come in to make each other feel inferior. And we think that's, I'm just telling black people the truth, Niggas that hate other black people. Black women hating other black people. Out here doing this shit. Act like it's some some bars being dropped. No, you just anti-black, bitch. That's all you are. There's nothing deep about that. I could turn right now into being anti-black right now. It wouldn't be nothing. I'm not here to shame you what you do in your life, what you do for a living, or anything like that. What I am here to do is shame the coon that's inside you, so you can take them caves off a motherfucking pedestal. That's it. That's what I want you to be ashamed of. If nothing else, I want you to be ashamed of that. That's what we're going to have to. At some point, that's going to have to be shameful to us. And at that point, when that becomes shameful to us, so many other things are going to change for black people. I believe that in my heart. I believe that in my heart. So many other things will become, things will just line up for us. Once we give a fuck about killing this coon that's within us. And black man, listen, you gotta stop cooning, bro. You got to, especially if I'm gonna keep hearing you on podcasts talking about how, what they be saying? Women need to follow your leadership. Bruh, if that's the case, you gotta stop cooning, bruh. Fuck who don't like it. I know that your pussy count gonna drop, my nigga. I know. You ain't gonna be able to get as many women. I know. I know this life. I live it. I know you're not gonna be as popular. I know that. I get that. People not gonna fuck with you like that. I know that. I get that. But fuck them people. Fuck them people, bruh. You got to take the lead on this. You got to. It don't matter who don't like it. It don't matter how many people get mad at you for it. You got to take the lead on this. You have to. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I got to check into this bitch. Hold on, y'all. Talk amongst yourself 2 minutes. I got to check in and get them to open this damn gate and shit because I done got to the place. Hold on. We gonna keep going, though. Okay, I'll be able to actually read some of y'all's comments here in a minute because I won't be driving. So I'll be able to read some of y'all's comments in a second. Just give me a second. And we'll get to some comments. See if anybody has any disagreements with something I've said. We'll give people space to come in, disagree, and do all that old little shit as well. Because it seems like now on social media, motherfuckers love disagreeing with you and typing comments or on my posts and shit like that, but they don't really be wanting to come up and say no real shit to me. So it's a problem. God damn. They got this shit. Let me show y'all what I'm looking at right now. This is where I'm at. Oh, let me turn the camera around so y'all can see. With all these reels and shit in the way. So I can't even move. Hold on. Let me take this shit in here. Got that product. Y'all see that? This is what I got in here. Straight plastic. That product look like, from here, it look like I got a bag of dope, right? That's plastic. But let me take this in here. Y'all, again, talk amongst yourself. Give me 2 minutes. Okay. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. All right, all right. Y'all don't be careful. I seen somebody say they love me. Be careful. I'm the type that if you tell me you love me, then I love you too. I think that's toxic, right? Is that a toxic trait? You know, motherfuckers, don't be sitting there telling me you love me. Be careful with that shit. Be careful telling me you love me. I'ma fuck around and love you back. Guys, to be careful with that shit. Now, see, this is, come on, man. They got too much shit out here in the way. Now, I got to be extra to get through here. Hold on, y'all. I still got, and see, the thing about this place, you gotta go through at least 4 gates and all this old extra shit. You gotta go through so many gates. There's still a whole nother gate I gotta go to, get to, come through, like all this extra ass shit. But hold on. But let me ask. Let me just say, if you haven't hit the like button, at least do that for me. First of all. Secondly, if you've understood and been fucking with what I've been saying, put a B123 in the chat. Y'all can do that for me real quick. Just to let me know you rocking. That you rocking with it, brother. And you understand B123. You understand what I be talking about, what I'm trying to say to black people, and really what I've been telling black people for years. What I've been trying to tell black people for years. And they not paying me no motherfucking attention. Black folk ain't trying to hear it. And you got all these other motherfucking, I see all these fake ass niggas now. I want to know how y'all deal with all these fake ass niggas that be sitting on here talking this shit online. How y'all deal with these people, yo? Dealing with this bullshit online. The audio's gonna go out again for a second. I gotta call and have them unlock this gate. This place act like it's a damn, like, what the fuck happened? Like, what took place to where... Okay, we back. We back. Can y'all hear me and everything? Can y'all hear me and everything? Hold on, we about to have some fun here in a minute. Oh my God, see? And they've been back here doing some type of fucking construction. I'm gonna let y'all see this shit. I'm gonna just let y'all see what's going on. I gotta get through all of this. It's people over here. Y'all can't even see everything, everybody. People all in the way. Like, what? How the hell am I supposed to get through here? They've been like a couple times this week, and they've been like a couple times this week, and they've been like this the whole fucking week. Just out here. In the way. Come on, man. You gonna step, bro. Alright. Yeah. Shit. Okay, so now I can't even get where I need to be. I gotta wait on them to get that thing straightened out. To be fair, it is less chaotic than it was, the other day. To be fair, it is less chaotic than it was, the other day. Now let me see what y'all saying. Kelly May says Rob. Now let me see what y'all saying. Kelly May says Rob should be president. Shit, they'll knock me off so goddamn fast. I wouldn't even make it to the first time I went to go give any type of speech or anything. They knocked me right on off, clean off. They would knock me clean, smooth the fuck off. I'm ready for a president to come and run on leveling the playing field. That'd be a nice, campaign. To be leveling the fucking playing field. These corporations and these big businesses, big banks, all this shit, big oil, big farm, It's time to level the fucking playing field and make the people big people. Like when the fuck ain't no, like I ain't gonna get started. I'm not gonna, that almost got turned up. Just to let y'all know, I almost turned just a tad. I'm not gonna get turned up. But what I do know is all this other big shit, but ain't no big people nowhere. Big working class people, like ain't none of that nowhere. So it's like, yo, all this other big shit. Nah, they'll knock me on. They'll get me up out of there for real. They'll get me up out of there for real, yo. Cause I ain't with it. I'm not with none of this shit, for real. I ain't with none of it. Because it ain't got nothing to do with the people at all. And you know I'm black, so the white man and his mom ain't about to fuck with me just based on the merits and strength of that. Because I don't kiss their ass. I don't give a fuck if they like me, if they care about me, and all this old shit. You know, they like those kind of black folk. Those black people that will give them special favors and special, you know, like, yeah, no, that's not, I ain't one of them, so they're not gonna fuck with me like that. I'm gonna have to reposition this a little bit, I believe. This ain't gonna work. It might work though. Maybe it will. Well, let me try it out. I just know ain't nobody gonna be able to get through this bitch. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Now for a minute, I'm still. Well, I get this shit set up real quick. Well, I set this shit up. Y'all should see a bit of hear me. Got me out here doing lives at work and shit. I told myself I wasn't gonna be doing this shit. I think we got kind of this shit set up so when they come, they still gotta come over here and even and unlock the fucking silo. They still gotta do that. And I gotta wait for them to come on there. And that's when I can actually get started. But it is a fucking process, that's for sure. If I had my vest with me, I could just set it in my pocket. Yeah. What's up, man? I don't know where y'all live, but North Carolina heating up. North Carolina is most definitely heating up, so I'll be out this motherfucker sweating and shit. Like, this shit real. This shit is real. Okay. So now I'm gonna chill and wait on these motherfuckers to come, and when they come, I gotta jump back out and get this shit started up. Okay. Shit, y'all see that? I got a little glaze right now. All right. Let me get it back up here. Now I can see your comments. If you got anything you want to say, anything you want to add to the conversation. That'd be gangster. That would actually be some gangster shit. Why the comments gotta disappear? I don't like that. Kelly to my, what if we create a town and you could be the leader? Yeah, right. Black people don't fuck with me though, Kelly. Folk do not fuck with me, yo. Folk do not. Mad love to you, Gina. You know what it is. But black folk don't fuck with me like that. I don't know why. I'm gonna figure it out though. I'm gonna figure it out one day. Outside of my pro-blackness, like niggas don't fuck with me. I mean, every day, black men really can't stand me. And I don't even know what I be doing to these niggas. I don't even know what I be doing to them that be so foul. I mean, I call them out if they on some coon shit, but they really don't. Some of these, especially, you know, red pilling. Well, I'll say, I ain't gonna act like it's most black men. What I will say is that niggas that hate black women or have an issue with black women, they don't like me. I'll say that. I'll say that. I'll say that. Paris says, Rob, did you hear my About Racism podcast? I sent it on IG. I think I did. I think I did see. Because it's you and some other women up there, right? You and two of your homegirls. It ain't just you. If I'm not mistaken, I did listen to it. I don't know if I listened to all of it, but I did listen to some of it. What the fuck? But I did see that you had sent me that, and I appreciate you sending that. And mad love to you, Gina. Yo. But I mean, when I'm out here, man, out here in these streets is really where you see, you see black people. I see how black people respond to me. And out in the streets, I get respect from, all people. But online, motherfuckers be mad at me. Niggas be mad. And I always tell them, like, nigga, you would not say that shit to me in real life. The internet has created a space where bitch ass niggas actually have a voice. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was coming up, if you was a hoe nigga, you had to be quiet. You just had to. Hoe niggas had to shut the fuck up. You couldn't say anything. Because there would be a chance, if you're a hoe nigga, you run up on somebody, there's a chance either y'all gonna have to box or something, but you wasn't gonna just be talking dumb shit to nobody. You have to see somebody in the streets. Now, these niggas just like talking, saying all types of wild, disrespectful shit to you. And that shit crazy to me, like, because I saw it happen. I think for people that's my age and older, we saw it happen. We saw it spawn, if you will, like the era of, the cell phone, the internet, and we watched it happen. And I watched so many bitch ass, hoe ass niggas out here that will get online and type up some of the craziest, most disrespectful shit. Now, mind you, you ain't got to be done said nothing to these niggas. You ain't got to be done talked about them or nothing like that. Like, and they still be on some bullshit, saying some, like, nigga, fuck you, you a bit, like, just talking crazy to me. And I'm like, ain't nobody ever talked to me like that before in life, bruh. Y'all not like that for real. Y'all not like that for real. Deshaun Williams says, hey, Rob, how do you feel about Cornell West running for president, but from a third party? You must have just got here. We talked about coon-ass Cornell West. But in short, let me say, Cornell West is a coon. And if you know anything about me, you know how I feel about coons. Therefore, that should inform you on how I feel about Cornell West running for president. But let me add this caveat that I didn't say earlier. I'm not voting for none of these bitch ass niggas anyway. I don't care who run. I'm not voting for shit. They got nothing to do with no fucking America. They can send for me when they talking about paying working class people a livable wage. Have me vote for that. I'll go vote for that. The rest of this shit, no. Fuck all that. Fuck the voting. Fuck the belief in the voting. Fuck the fact that this ain't even a democracy for real. It's all bullshit. It's all smoke and mirrors, yo. It's all smoke and mirrors. This is why you got to carve out. To me, you have to carve out your own happiness and carve out your own sanity to make it out here every day. You have to carve out your own shit. You got to carve some shit out. This is why it's so crazy to me when I see people having, all these, would-be relationship issues and stuff like that, man. Y'all better start carving. You better start creating your own thing. Instead of trying to do what everybody else doing, instead of trying to get what everybody else got, create your own thing and carve out your own piece of happiness. Because, I mean, what else is going on out here? Work, bills, like what the fuck? Y'all motherfuckers are carrying chaos home with you too. You got chaos texting you, phone calls of chaos on the other line. Like, I don't see how y'all do it, yo. I don't see how y'all do it, yo. I don't see how y'all do it. All this chaos, all these expectations y'all put on people and they don't meet them and you somewhere fucking crying like a bitch. Like, I don't understand how y'all, I really don't get how y'all doing it for real. I don't get it. don't get, hold on. Okay, Root Trackers says, I'm voting to close borders. We pretty much finished though. What do you mean voting to close borders? When you say you're voting to close borders, that makes it seem like you have the power to close borders. Or are you saying that your vote is going to, you're going to vote for somebody that will close borders, I guess, if that's what you're saying. Okay. You're voting for candidates that will close borders. Okay, well, more power to you. I mean, more power to you, brother. Whatever gets you down to the polls, you do your thing. You do your thing. Hold on, let me see. Bring it closer to me so I can see. Lenity says, Rob, did you hear about the Charlotte High School getting fired over giving his students a CRT approved book? No, I didn't hear about that. I didn't hear about that. But I bet you, I know. One thing I do know is that the entire school, those teachers, most of them, I don't know if the teacher is black or white, but the teachers ain't gonna stick together and walk out because he got fired. I know that. I do know that. They ain't gonna stick together and ride for him, especially if he black. Okay, it's a sister. Okay, sister. Okay, my bad, Root. But yeah, what y'all? Hey, close the borders up. If you feel like the illegal immigrants is your biggest threat, then close the borders up. I mean, they got y'all. I'm telling you, what they do is they keep black people's head on a fucking. It's almost like we be so distracted by the shit they want us to focus on, like immigrants. That it's like they're not your. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say them bitches ain't racist, but they don't run the system. Immigrants don't run the system. The system is the one that leads to Jackson, Mississippi's water being poisoned, or Flint's water being poisoned, or black people being redlined. Immigrants ain't got nothing to do with that. They gave y'all a new enemy to fight because they know if I give these niggas a new enemy, they won't look at me. They won't fight me. They won't be worried about me. They know that. So now they got y'all fighting either non-FBA, y'all dumb niggas, non-FBA black folk and immigrants. So now they want y'all to fight them. Go be mad at them. They causing the problem. They taking your jobs. They taking your jobs, niggas. And it's like, okay, well, I know we gonna fall for it because we fall for everything that they do. So now we'll make the illegal immigrants our problem. That's why y'all saw that story with them. I think it might have been Chicago where they was putting illegal immigrants, busloads of them, in the hood. Well, they set them around black folks, so black folk will then believe and start fighting with these people. They just make it. It's almost like you set two pit bulls in front of each other and make them fight. That's what it's like. When the pit bull should be really turning to look at the owners like, let's kill these fucking owners because these the motherfuckers that's making us fight every goddamn day. Let's kill the owners. But don't nobody want to, we don't think like that because we are such pawns and sheep in our minds that we allow for our oppressor to define who our enemy is. And he never says it's him. That motherfucker don't ever say it's him. So it's like, all right. You be against whoever they want you to be against. That's who you're gonna be against. Y'all do y'all thing. I ain't mad at you. I just know I'm not worried about no illegals. I'm not worried about no non-FBA niggas. I ain't worried about none of that shit. My issue is coons. That's where I'm at. That's where my mindset be at, and that's all I am concerned about. It is what it is. Cedric says, who do you think in some of these positions? What positions, brother? What positions? Y'all gotta understand, you gotta be specific with me. When you just type in little quick shit, you gotta be specific about what you're talking about. When you say, who do you think in some of these positions? You mean within the government? I'm assuming. Is that what you mean? Within the government? Cedric? Or Cedric? If I'm saying that wrong, Mr. Lawson. I do not have a P.O. box, Paris. But if you need my address, just hit me up on Instagram or something, yo. Ain't no big deal. Just hit me up on Instagram. It's all good. It's all good. Mozambique. Mad love to Jesus El Savior. Or I look like it's Jesus El Savior. Mad love to you. Say you watching all the way from Mozambique. Thank you. Well, Gina. See, Gina, let me tell you the thing. Gina, just you saying all government is anti-black no matter skin color, that means you've been listening. That means you've been listening. Because it's not, I mean, if you are accepted within this governmental system, you have to be anti-black. It doesn't matter whether you immigrant, American black, it doesn't matter. So I think it's silly for us to get into, well, you know, it's those people in those positions no, it's the system. It's the entire American 3Ks. Don't get this shit fucked up system, and it just is what it is. Cedric says, I'm in Cali. A lot of immigrants run these companies and in government. That's cool. I understand what you're saying. But what you're saying, though, is because of those people are in those positions, that's what makes them anti-black. And that's just not the case. That's not the case. That's not the case, bro. They wouldn't even be allowed in those positions unless they were anti-black. That's the thing about it. So it's the system itself. I mean, you can close the borders up. I mean, if y'all think that stuff work, cool. I say go for it. But I'm waiting again. I'm here. So I'm waiting for black people to get over this, you know, all the little side shit y'all want to do. Okay, cool. You want to close the borders. Okay, cool. Go vote to close the borders. You know, or, you know, anti-FBA or whatever the fuck. Do all that little shit. Get all that little shit out of y'all system. And we're going to be right back here. With an entire system and everybody else's culture is anti-black. How are we going to deal with that? I'm waiting on us to get to the point where we're dealing with that. And I'll be here. Okay? That's what I'm waiting on. I'll be here for that. I can't wait till we get to that part. Do all y'all little side missions. It's almost like you're playing a video game. Y'all do all these little side missions. Okay, go ahead. At some point, we're going to have to deal with our actual enemy, though. At some point. At some point, we're going to have to deal with our actual enemy. So, I'll be here for that. I'll be here for that. Cedric, brother, I'm not disrespecting. I mean, I feel you. He said they work hand in hand, white supremacy. If they didn't, it wouldn't be so strong. Okay. I'm with you, brother. Again, go do your side mission. I'm not holding you. You and I think it was Root, go do y'all side mission. Do y'all thing, like close the borders. So, I mean, okay. Do the side mission. I'll be here. I'll be right here. When y'all get done with the side missions, come on back. Let me know how things changed for you. If life got greater. Because, I mean, especially people in California, when they talk about the Latino population in California, one must know that California was stolen, full-blown, from Native Americans. Well, I mean, the native Spanish-speaking, you know, it was ripped away from them people anyway. It just is what it is. And then you got these Hispanics that are racist fuck against black people. I know that. I'm not saying that they not. But I know that they are a smaller cog in this wheel that runs white supremacy. Like, it just is what it is. I know what's going on for real. I know what's up for real. So, and again, until black people decide to unify amongst ourselves and create a culture amongst ourselves, I mean, it's just like, you can go have all your side missions you want to. Our enemy's still going to be sitting right here looking at us in the face. They're not going nowhere. We're outnumbered. We just are. I mean, that's a mathematical fact. That ain't got nothing to do with, you can take all the illegal immigrants away you want to. Still, the caves are still going to be here. And they outnumber us. And they're anti-us. So, when we're going to become pro-us, to fight against the anti-us aspect. That's what I'm waiting on. That's the fight that I'm waiting on, and that's more of a spiritual, mental, psychological fight, and that's the one that I'm waiting on. That's what I'm waiting on. Brother Jesus says, why is it so difficult for us African people to stay on code and build each other up? This is the basis of community and is a concept that almost every other group practices. Is because black people are not taught this at the homes. You have to have a culture instilled in your people first to then pass down that culture to the children, who then pass down that culture to their children. We don't have anything like that. We don't. The only thing that we pass down, that I know for a fact we pass down to our children without a doubt, is religion. We don't pass down anything about, as you said, staying on code and building each other up. I didn't get that in my household. I don't know if you got it in yours, but I didn't get it in mine. That's not something that we do. We're taught that other black people are the ops. And especially coming up around black people, the times that they are going to make fun of us. And I tell black people this all the time. Tell your black kids to stop laughing at other black kids. Tell them to stop. A lot of people's origin villain story starts with black kids making fun of them about things that they cannot help. Their skin tone, if they're dark, if they're light, if they're poor, stop. That should be a part of our culture. We don't laugh at each other. That's not what we do. That's not what we do. But roasting is a part of what black people think is normal, normal shit. Just roast the shit out of other black people. Other black kids at that. So since we don't get anything but Jesus, because we treat each other like shit, let me show you what we do. This is how crazy it is. We pass down Christianity or religion, but our behaviors are not Christ-like. Our behaviors are anti-black. So even in the face of the religion we pass down, we're still anti-black. What that tells you is that the religion itself is also anti-black. That's what it should tell us. The religion itself is anti-black. We don't pass down lessons about blackness to anything. We don't do that. Root Tracker says, what's the strategy, bro Rob, to go after the colonizer caves? No, I'll tell y'all the strategy again. Decolonize your mind first. Decolonize your children's minds and everybody around you. Try your best to wake these people up. That's the strategy. You ain't got to go after no caves. You ain't got to go out here and do none of that type of shit. You ain't got to do anything. Watch me. I'm showing you the strategy. Be proud and black every day. Speak up for your women, for your men, for your children. Let that become the culture. That's the strategy for me anyway. I can't speak to what your strategy is, but for me, it's just being this symbol, this being in this skin, in this life like this, so other black people can see they can do it too. And then teach your kids how to conduct themselves. It has nothing to do with approaching caves. Like, you're not about to talk to the caves and make them change their mind. That's a waste. I'm trying to get black folk to change their mind, and that may be a waste, but that's a hill I'm willing to die on. You see what I'm saying? I'll waste my time with black folk, but I'm not wasting my time trying to educate no caves. There ain't nothing you can really do, be that beacon. Use your social media platforms to put information out, to convict America for what it's done. 3Ks, don't get this shit fucked up, Incorporated. Use your platforms, use your voice to tell the truth. That's it. That's not popular in our would-be, again, culture. It's not popular. You see what niggas doing podcasts about. Like, what the fuck it is out here. You see what niggas talking about out here. That's where we are with this shit. You see what we talk about. You see what we choose to give our attention to, what we choose to give our minds to. That can only change if we raise up our kids better. And it could be, a lot of people are saying that black people are a lost cause right now. They're a lost cause. That we are a lost cause. And it's just, you know. And I be trying to fight for us all the time. Like, no, we ain't. We gonna do it. But in the back of my mind, I'd be like, it's tough. It's tough to keep that hope alive because so many niggas is coons. Like, so many niggas is coons, and then black men, like, it's like, oh my God, if the leader of the community is trash, his mentality is trash, black women, I just don't, our women and kids don't really stand a chance, man. They just don't stand a chance. And I worry that, you know, black people, and particularly black men, don't think that's important. I don't know, when we tell our women we want them to let us lead and be leaders, I don't even know what the fuck we're talking about. I have no idea in what way we want to be leaders. I don't even know what the hell we talking about. Are you talking about the liberation? Because y'all niggas ain't talking about liberation. So in what way do you want to be a leader, my nigga? You just want her to do what you say? Is that around the house? Like, cook something or clean a floor? Or what are you talking about lead? If you're not leading, to me, if you're not leading not only your woman, but our community to liberation and really decolonizing our minds, then where's the leadership going, bruh? Where's the leadership going? What are you talking about? Where are you leading black people to? To the bag? Mad love to you, Mega Just Me. Mad love to you. Say, I have watched you grow, Rob. I'm so proud of that. Much love to you. I appreciate you. Y'all have no idea, man. Y'all, it's y'all, man. It's y'all. Y'all keep me doing this shit. Y'all keep me in here. Y'all keep me in the game. Just the encouragement. Y'all keep me in here, for real. And I'm here to grow and to show us that we can grow. Show black men that they can grow. Like, I don't know if I don't even know if we interested, for real. I don't know if we interested, for real. I really don't. Root Tracker says, just in Cali, went from 16% of us down to 3% in a very short amount of time. I mean, I'm not knocking that, but a lot of people move from California because of the cost of living. You gotta look at other factors. I'm not saying, listen, understand this. There are other factors. Once you price point black people out of an area, and a lot of people that I know that would move from Cali, and not only from Cali, but from up north as well, they're being priced out of the area and being imprisoned more than anybody else. So you got people being priced out of the area, imprisoned more than anybody else. And who's doing that, and who's been doing that historically the whole time? To me, I would look to that person that's doing that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you can blame the people that's coming in, or you can, to me, I would focus more on the people that have been doing this. And black people have this thing where we don't care about shit until it affects us. This is not, that what's happening in Cali right now with the illegal immigrants or the immigrants, that's not the first, we just don't care until it's us, until it hits us directly. I have people tell me that all the time when I'm talking about police brutality. We don't care about anything until it's happening to us. And then once it's happened to us, we're not even looking at the real enemy of how this came to be. How is this possible? How is this happening? It's the caves. Every time the answer is the caves. Every single time. Every time. It's the caves. So, you know, if we're going to continue to not care about how we doing out here in the world, we don't care about mass incarceration, we call the other black people broke if they can't afford to live in certain areas, we kikiing and laughing, go get a bag, go start a business, nigga, you a bitch ass, hoe ass nigga, you can't make no money, you a broke nigga. Okay, well, we gonna keep treating each other like that then. Well, now when it's happening to us, oh, okay, the immigrants coming in here trying to take our areas. Come on, yo. It's the caves. It's the caves. Y'all just don't care until it's happening to you. That's all it is to it. You don't care until it's affecting you. You're quiet until it's affecting you. And now you just, okay, it's the illegals. Well, how illegals get here? They're allowed to be here. They're allowed to be here. Cedric Lawson said, blame all the motherfuckers. You can. But I don't think black people, I'm not doing that. You can do that. I'm gonna stick to the one enemy we won't even acknowledge. Black people haven't even formed a consensus on who our one enemy is that we have in common, let alone let's all of them. Like we not built like that, bruh. That's unrealistic. We're not built that way. We can't even decide on who an enemy is. We ain't even gotta do that. We don't even have to do that. We're not even built to, we haven't even decided that the caves are our enemies. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. I mean, I ain't knocking nobody, but it is what it is for me. Like I said, y'all go ahead and do y'all thing. Cedric, you say, and I got a response video coming for you. Response to what? Like, what I done said that makes you have to have a response video to me? What did I do? What did I do? A black man that ain't bothering nobody. What did I do to make you feel like you have to have a response video to me as opposed to having a video to where you calling out America, 3Ks, don't get this shit fucked up, incorporated on their bullshit? Why are you making a response video to me? I'm not saying you can't, but I'm just trying to show you the type of shit I'm saying. What's your last comment, Ghetto the Orator? What comment did you make? I didn't see it. What you got going? What I do that was so wrong that you gonna make a response video to me, and I'm not even the one doing nothing. I'm not even bothering nobody. I ain't kicked nobody out of nothing. I ain't moved nobody out of nowhere. I haven't done anything. So that's what I'm talking about, though. That's the flaw in black people's thinking. Like, I'm not the enemy. I never said you couldn't hold the soldiers accountable, bro. So I hope when you make a response video, you actually quote what I said. I said, y'all, and I said this twice, go do your side missions. Go hold its soldiers. What you said, just because white supremacists behind it don't mean its soldiers shouldn't be held accountable. You can't hold them accountable, my nigga. What are you talking about? You can't hold them accountable. There's nothing you can do. The only way you're going to be able to do anything, in my personal opinion, is for black people to unite on a common front first. You can't hold nobody accountable. If America says, no, I'm not shutting the doors, I'm letting the illegals in, how you gonna hold them? You gonna go kill them? You gonna murder them? How you gonna hold them accountable? Oh no, you gonna put them in prison. How you gonna hold them accountable? If a motherfucker, let's say I wasn't from here, and America be like, come on, I'm gonna give you a job and, you know, and free shit. I'm taking it. How I'm gonna be like, well, no, I don't want to make black people mad because they may get mad. I'm taking it, bruh. I'm taking it. So how is it their fault that they come in and get an opportunity and it's their fault? Like, come on, bro. That don't make sense. Not to me.
I guess Party doesn't check her damn email.
It's okay. It's good. You know I'm gonna knock this shit out. But that's, look, here's what I'm saying though. I'm not saying you can't have a problem with these people. Have a problem with them, cool. But they're not the ones giving themselves that power. They're getting it from the caves. And if the caves giving them that power, if the government is giving them that power, if they coming from a country, why would they reject? You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't even make sense. What you want them people to do? What you want them people to do? What you want them to do? Be like, no, we don't want to make black folk mad, so we're going to stay over here in our war-torn and, you know, and get fucked up by the cartel. We just going to stay over here. We don't want to make black folk mad, so we're going to reject all. No, they're going to try to get their kids to safety. They're going to try to build a community up for their people. That's basic, bro. That's why I can't, even when motherfuckers be talking about the non-FBA, it's like, come on, bro, like what they supposed to do? What do y'all be wanting from people? You want from people something that we don't even do for ourselves. Would you reject the opportunity to make your family be straight? No, you wouldn't. And they finally came out and did the show. It's gonna be black for a second. Hold on. But no, seriously, think about that. As you making your response video to me, I want you to think about that. What do you want them to do? What you want them to do? The caves is giving them you know, the programs and everything like that, that cage is granting them all that stuff. Would you reject? Yeah, I'm good, bro. Would you reject that for your family? I mean, what y'all want these immigrant motherfuckers to do? They're gonna come set, they're gonna set up shop and take over wherever they can. Because they can. They're being allowed to by the caves. Hold on. Let me get this shit started up. Now I can finally get started. God damn, it took them long enough. Hold on. Alright. Now I'm out here. Okay. Get out here and just eat now. About to get this shit started up, but think about that. I mean, make a video, you know, do your thing. But it wasn't me. I want to be fair. It wasn't me. I didn't do it. I didn't make no rules. I didn't move y'all out. I didn't do none of that. I didn't do none of that. And those immigrants, they didn't do it either, really. They were given the power to do it, but they didn't do it. Hold on. Now we in there. Okay. Let's get it right. Okay, let me get back to y'all's comments now. I can see them. On your purpose, said, what more do you want from me? Like, I don't know what to want from these immigrants. I don't even know. I don't get it. I think it's odd to me. Because immigrants aren't empowering themselves, they're getting power from the government. And so it's interesting. It's very, very interesting. And I'm not sitting here saying that immigrants aren't anti-black. Ghetto the Orator, you're gonna have to resend me your comment because I didn't see your comment. But I think it's interesting to see, you know. But yeah, when you make a video, send it to me, brother Cedric. Send me your video, you know. Hopefully you'll keep it respectful, keep it cool, but yeah, send me your video. Gina, it blows my mind. It does. I swear it does. Because Gina says, Rob, they just don't get it. Seems like they're scared to call out the caves. It ain't no seem like. We are scared to call out the caves. We don't do that. That ain't our strong suit. That's not something that we do. We're not used to doing it. We're used to exonerating the caves and allowing the caves to give us another enemy. To put somebody else to put in their place, so we don't deal with them fully. Because how are we gonna blame them for even look at the gentrification situation? Okay, so the caves don't want to give black folk the reparations so we can buy areas so we can't be gentrified. But then we're gonna be mad at immigrants that come in and essentially move black people out, or you know, force black people out, or they're really pricing black people out of these areas. And a lot of these immigrants will stay 10 people to one house. Black folk don't want to do that. We don't want to come together like in that way. We don't do that. These motherfuckers will bring all their money together, and while black people getting priced out because they're trying to carry that entire rent on their own, or them and one other person. A lot of these other groups of people, they will stay 5, 6, 7, 8 in a house, and they don't feel no type of way about it. They could care less. They feel no shame in none of that. So, but they're getting priced out. So, but it's like, you know, why the fuck? How are we able to get priced out of areas? Well, they won't run you your reparations. So who you call out for that? They won't run you the bread that they owe you. You are owed a debt. How the fuck do you? I don't even see how you. I don't know how we even got the time to even, which we understand that reparations is a You know, it's a concept, it's an idea, but understand that explains a lot of the things that happens to our people. There ain't no bread there. Coastal Pete, you absolutely right. You absolutely right. Said the black community is too inclusive with other ethnicities, double standard. That's what Cornell West about to bring, that all that inclusion shit. That's his whole campaign. Cornell West about to do it. Jesus says, I don't fully understand the dynamics in the USA and have always wondered if it would be possible for black people to insist that the mega rich black people, musicians, athletes, etc., build institutions. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Black people worship, like, we don't expect the rich amongst us to do anything other than be rich in our face, be rich on display, to give us a goal or an idea to look forward to, that we can get it someday, or we'll live vicariously through them. If we as black people suggest that, say, you know, some of these rich black people get together and build institution, what black people will say is, well, you can't tell them what to do with their money. You're pocket watching them. You're hating on them. You just broke. That's why you're saying this stuff. You know, it'll become that, because black people have this celebrity worship culture and dynamic that we live by, but we don't expect for celebrities or even the rich black people to actually come together and build any institution for us. They don't have to do anything. They don't have to, they can just be iced out in front of us, and that's really all they have to do, and we love them, and we will carry them, we'll put them up on our shoulders like they are the champions of the people. It's very, very odd. It's very, very odd. It really is. Coastal Peace says, because we can't decide if we want to be FBA or ADOS. Man, niggas, it's going to be a new banner all the time, yo. That's just who we are. That's just who we are. We're going to always try to find a banner that we can hide away from, you know, like, I'm ready for it to be this, but FBA ain't this, ADOS ain't this either. So it's like, okay. Okay. FBA does their anti-immigrant rhetoric, and ADOS does the reparations conversation argument, but I need there to be a culture built on this. Yeah, I don't see your comments, bro. Ghetto the Orator, you said you spamming me. I don't see them, bro. They're not coming up. Uh-oh, hold on. Here we go. Ghetto the Orator says, I think black folks are too fixated on fixing our situation within this system as opposed to doing what it would actually take to liberate us. And I imagine that you're suggesting what? Separation maybe, or something like that? What do you think will fix our situation, or what would liberate us from our situation, in your opinion, brother Ghetto? What you got? But I really don't think, like, until we build a culture, I'm telling you, it's gonna be a problem for us, no matter what. And I think black men, again, must take the lead here. We must take the lead. We have to stop cooning so goddamn much. We don't have no choice. We don't have no choice. But I do understand. Okay, Marcia says FBA is a bloodline. It still ain't. I respect it. I respect the FBA bloodline. I thought ADOS was bloodline based too. Whatever. What it says is our bloodline is coon shit. So that's, to me, it's not something to brag about. Personally, it's saying that even though we built the country, we've been here the whole time, we fought in all the wars, we still coons. So that's, to me, that's not a point of bragging. To me, it's shameful that we done all these great things. We were here. And so how do we coon at this level? How do we do this? So I don't know. I don't get the brag of FBA. I don't get the brag of ADOS. I don't understand it fully. I mean, I hear what they be saying, and you know, but to me, it's like, okay, yes, you've been here the whole time. Yes, you've been here through every era, fought in every war, but you're a coon. You have the biggest excuse to not be a coon, but you are. Now, what you're instead when you do FBA, you just talking shit about immigrants or non-FBA. And it's like what they say, sweep around your own front door before you decide to go sweep around anybody else's. So I think FBA should really be focused on killing the coon mentality amongst FBA before they do anything else. I would argue you got to kill that first, because just coming from slaves, that ain't enough. Okay, you came from slaves, cool, fine. You foundational, you built the country, okay, cool, fine. That's not stopping you from cooning though. So then what is the point? That's my whole thing with it. Like, I don't get it. I think the whole FBA, the only thing they should be doing right now is finding other FBAs and calling them out on that coon shit and changing that coon mentality. There's nothing else to do. There's nothing else to do. It can't be talking to immigrants or non-FBA niggas all day. That can't be it. You got a non-FBA hairline? Wait a minute. You have a non-FBA hairline. Okay. Okay. Cedric Lawson says most of the people who fought for black people was FBA, dog. I'm not saying they're not. Cedric, I need you to listen, bro. I'm FBA by default. Y'all said it was a bloodline thing. I'm FBA. I've been here the whole time. I can trace my entire lineage right here. I'm FBA according to the bloodline aspect. I'm not saying FBA didn't fight. I'm saying FBA are the biggest coons in the country. So if you're gonna argue something against me, you'd have to come back with, well, no, we ain't. That's the only thing I can hear from you at this point. Because I'm just saying FBA is the biggest coons in the country. And they are. How is my question? Why is my question? Why aren't we passing down any form of FBA pride, if you want to call it FBA pride, whatever the fuck you want to call it? That's not being passed down to our children, though. Most black people in this country are coons. Most black people in the world is coons, but we still dealing with, in this country, FBA. The biggest coons in the country. That should be impossible, bro. The only coons that should exist should be the non-FBA ones, according to the stuff that I hear FBA say. There shouldn't be no FBA coons. There shouldn't be none. But that makes up most of us, is all I'm saying. That makes up most of us, that's all I'm saying. Cedric says Martin Luther King, Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, Frederick Douglass, etc. Bro, you're not dealing with what I'm saying. Now I'm gonna have to ignore you, bro. You're not listening to me. Now you just want to argue just to argue. Or you're not even arguing with me. You're not even listening to what I'm saying. You're just saying shit now. You're just saying shit at this point. So I gotta just go make your response video and do your thing, bro. I can't take you seriously. Until FBA deals with that, then you're gonna be right where you. Cedric say, how are we the biggest? Well, if you don't know that, then I don't even know what you're doing here. What you doing here if you don't know that? What you doing here? Ask yourself the question, why did the Black Panther Party only have 5,000 members in the entire country? Ask yourself that question. When you'll get to how you're the biggest coon when you start looking at the movements, the stuff that even you talking about. Martin Luther King, I mean, if that's your man's and them, fine. Ask yourself, why did the Black Panther Party only have 5,000 members at its peak in the entire fucking country out of millions of black folk? Then you're going to start understanding what I'm saying here. You're not listening. You want to argue, feeling maybe maybe you touched based on some FBA emotionalism. That's not what's being. I'm FBA, but I'm not a coon. Like, you have to understand what I'm telling you, bruh. There's a reason that these are small factions that have been liberating factions within our communities that have been small. Most black people are now, I'm talking about current day, complacent, docile, sheep, coons, FBA. You can't argue that. You can't. You can't argue against that. And I'm not trying to insult you with that. I'm just saying that the mission should be to change the mindset of the coons. That's it. It's very simple, man. Like, to me, it's simple. I don't think FBAs should be coons at all. We should be codified and all this old stuff like that, but we're not. And if we're not, then how are we not the biggest coons in the country? Like, how are you saying that we're not? You're getting emotional. You think I'm talking about you personally. Oh, let's say maybe you're not a coon. That doesn't change the fact that FBA are the biggest coons, and the biggest group of coons in the country is FBA. That's not no disrespect. It just is what it is. It just is what it is, man. FBA, ADOS. I mean, if it's bloodline, if it's lineage based, then ADOS, if you say you ADOS the biggest coons in the country. If you say you FBA the biggest coons in the country. So I'm FBA by default, bloodline. Even if I'm a descendant of slaves, even if that was the one, then I'm both. Even though y'all get a little confused with the terminology, whatever. But that should mean that there's no cooning like that. But that still doesn't mean that these two groups are the biggest coons in America. Period. I do B123. So that's no coons allowed. This ain't no lineage. B123 ain't lineage based. So this ain't no, well, just you was here. So no matter what you do, even if you fly the Confederate flag, even if you land in the caves, even if you talking shit about black people or you Candace Owens, you still FBA. That don't work over here. B123 is not lineage based. I'm not making a reparations claim with B123. I'm not doing that. This is mentality based. Race mentality. Black first, second, and third. So there's no coons allowed at the door. At the front door, you can't claim B123 and be a coon and come in here and hang out with the team. You can't do that. FBA doesn't differentiate that. Therefore, ADOS doesn't differentiate that. Therefore, I mean, it just, there's no difference. If it's bloodline based, then, you know, okay, I mean, that's what's up, bro. If you say you gotta disagree, I don't see what are you, okay, I'm not even, you gotta disagree, disagree. I'm not saying you convoluting, bro. You being emotional, man. I don't respect that. If you're gonna be a man, be a man. Don't be emotional, bro. You're convoluting. You're saying, what you said is most of the people that speak up for black people are us. That is me. I'm one of those people. I'm not telling you that you're wrong about who speaks up. I'm telling you it's a small number. Most of the people in this country that are black are coons. Most of the people that are here in this country are FBA, ADOS by default. Therefore, most of the people in this country are coons. So that means FBA has most of the coons in the country FBA, bro. I don't see how I'm confusing you here with this. Okay, you says Candace Owens not FBA, she Caribbean. Okay, nigga. So Candace Owens is not, she's Caribbean. Name any other coon. I mean, I meet him every day, all day. Who you want to name? Who you want to name to take Candace Owens' place? You telling me that every black Republican is Caribbean? Now you gonna tell that lie? You're not giving no facts, bro. You ain't spoke no facts yet, other than Candace Owens is not FBA. That could be a fact, but that's the only fact you've said so far. Everything else is you being emotional. Like, it is what it is, bro. If you're gonna say Candace Owens is the only Republican, only black Republican in the world, in the nation, then fine, say that then. Or you can say only non-FBA are Republican, say that then. Lie. If you feel like you gotta defend yourself by lying, then lie. Do what you gotta do, bro. Do what you gotta do. But you lying. You are lying. You are lying. I know that FBA people speak up, but there's also been, since you're saying that most of them are FBA, I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm saying it's a small number. I'm saying that right now there's about 60 million black people out here, and you'll be hard pressed to find 1 million of them that ain't coons. Most people that live in NY are Caribbean, not FBA no more. Well, okay. What is NY's population? I'm talking about the nation population. The entire nation, bro. What is Caribbean, New York? What they got to do with anything? Who live in New York? This ain't got nothing to do with people specifically from New York or specifically from any state. I'm talking about America. 3Ks, don't get this shit fucked up incorporated. Well, you keep drilling on. I'm not, okay. You're saying you're not being emotional, fine. If you're not being emotional, you should be able to hear what I'm saying. Most people in America are FBA. This is a fact. Most people, most black people that are FBA are not speaking up for the collective. Most black people in America are coons. So that means that most FBA are coons. It has nothing to do with New York or, okay, Candace Owens is Caribbean, but if you believe she's the only Republican coon, then you're mistaken. So it's like, I don't know what to say to you, bro. That's why I'm thinking you're being emotional, because you're making FBA like I'm FBA. That still don't mean I'm gonna sit here and say that, you know, most FBA is coons. Do I change? Do I not say that because I classify myself as FBA, now I start lying? I classify myself as even if you take away the FBA, black folk, I'm with black. No matter how, that don't mean most black folk in this country still coons. It just is what it is, bro. You have pro-blackness has always been a small faction. Freedom fighters has always been a small faction. Historically, it's been a small faction. So then why the question should be then, why aren't most FBA are non-coons? Like, why aren't most FBA proud black people? Why ain't that what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't trying to be fucked up, bro, but I'm being real. If you study the history, bro, you'll see what I'm saying. I ain't bullshitting you. It don't make me proud to say that most black people coons. I ain't proud to say that, but if most black people in America are FBA by default. And thus, I mean, it just is what it is, bro. It just is what it is, man. If it's by bloodline, then you can't, you know, you can't, there is no mindset rule that says, well, you have to have a pro-black mindset to be FBA. That's not a rule. It's just not, bro. If it's by blood, by lineage, then that means that it don't matter. A person even chooses, it's not like a choice to be FBA. Either you are or you aren't. I've had debates with FBA people, so I know this is the rule. It's bloodline, lineage based. Okay, that means there's no prerequisite for a mentality to be FBA. There is none. So I mean, it just is what it is, bro. It just is what it is. I got B123 shit over here. We do a coon check at the door. We do a coon check at the door. Therefore, Now, it ain't, I'm not saying it's a whole lot of B123 people or people that rock with me like that, but I'm not going to be, it's a coon check at the door. So this is required, if that makes sense. So therefore, I get to have my little group of non-coons over here to understand what I'm saying and shit like that. And FBA got all these people, but it's a whole lot of them coons, man. And their biggest enemy is non-FBA people, seemingly anyway. And I just disagree with that. I disagree with the choice of enemy. I disagree. There it is. I wish I could pin y'all's shit to the top. But Ghetto the Orator says black before nation, religion, and sexuality. B123. Black before all the other bullshit you come up with. B123. That's a coon check at the door though. That's all I'm saying, bro. Cedric, I ain't trying to disrespect your lineage, bro. I'm FBA too. I mean, based on the rules. I ain't trying to disrespect no lineage. Rant Radio says, serious question, Rob. I've been watching your videos about 10 years now, and our sedated people are nowhere near waking up. What gives you the strength to keep this up, bro? Man, my kids, man. Really, if I'm being honest with you, I got kids. I want them to at least understand that their dad was at least a beacon of hope for our people to be in a different mindset. At least I tried. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least I tried. Whereas many black people aren't going to try. Many black people aren't going to do anything. And instead, we'll get out here and we'll find other things to occupy our time. But to me, this is the best time spent for me is trying to wake people up. Because what else is there to do? I mean, honestly, what else is there to do out here? I mean, don't even get me started on how I feel about the reality and this Truman Show shit, this fake ass reality. Don't even get me started on that. But to me, as a black person, what else is there to do? I mean, if not speaking up for your people, not trying to wake your people up, what else is there to do? So you have to understand that shit. Like, for me, that's what keeps me going. And of course, y'all, you said you've been watching me for 10 years. You are what is what keep me going. The people is what keep me going too. Not the money, you know, I don't make no money off this shit. So it's the people, as y'all feed me that energy that y'all want that message that somebody somewhere is hearing what I'm saying and they understand it. They're not being like Cedric, who gonna say stupid shit like FBA started Panthers, pro-black movement, civil rights movement. Some people are out here that are actually listening to what I'm saying. They're not being like Cedric, who ain't listened to shit I've said so far. Who in here, in his feelings, want to name everything that everything the FBA started and did in this country. You see what I'm saying? I feel like black people can sit here and be idle. We can sit here and hang out, party, you know, have us some sex, eat us some food. There's some things we could be doing, but why not? Man, I got kids watching me. I can't speak for nobody else. I want my kids to see what it looks like for me to walk around in my life like this and see me not be afraid. Because most black people are suffering from cowardice. They don't want to lose jobs. They don't want to lose friends. They too scared to make a white person mad. They're suffering from cowardice. And unless we raise a different type of kids, I don't think we're going to be able to do anything. Honestly, if you ask me, until we raise a different type of kid, we can't do nothing else. My kids get to see me be like this all the time. All the time. All the time. And what better example can we set for our kids? If we want to change the culture, if we want to change the culture, my kids, they looking at me, they see what I'm doing, they see how I exist in this life, they see how unapologetic I am, they see how unafraid I am. They see how I don't mince words for the K's. They see all this and the respect I get from this reality. If they ever was that, and now we dealing with this. So my kids look my name, I guess they're gonna see me talking to y'all, trying to get y'all not to be coons. That's what they're gonna see. That's what their daddy was doing. All while working and taking care of them. My daddy was out here doing, he didn't even have to do it. He didn't even have to do it. But he was doing it. I got enough kids to where I could just focus on them and say, fuck y'all. My daddy was out here doing it. My kids gonna be able to say that. My daddy was out here doing this shit. No money in it, no popularity in it, no nothing in it for him. He was doing it because that's how he feel about his people. This is how black people should feel about their people. You gotta set that precedent. Our kids gotta see it from somewhere. They're not gonna get it from these rappers, these entertainers. Where are they gonna get it from? Not school, not black men by and large, not black women by and large. It's two small factions. Just like Brother Cedric was talking about up here. He said FBA started the Panthers pro-black movement, civil rights movements, and all this shit. The Black Panther Party had 5,000 members, and we was at that time we had about 35 to 40 million black people in America. How is that possible? Why didn't the Black Panther Party have 30 million to 40 million black people that was Black Panthers? Does anybody want to answer that question? Take a second, think about that for a second. The Black Panther Party, who was started by FBA, even though they had some powerful non-FBA like Stokely Carmichael, but we'll move on, just for the sake of what we're saying here. And it was mostly black women as well. Let's do that too. As y'all talk shit about black women and down black women, well, the Black Panther Party was made up about 65 to 70% black women. Let's do that too. Let's give that credit as well. We like to leave that out, but we'll continue. At its height, the Black Panther Party had 5,000 to 10,000, let me be fair here, 5 to 10,000 members nationwide in America. We had at that time 30 million black people in America. Why didn't the Black Panther Party have millions of members? Think about that. Give me some answers. Give me some answers. Why wasn't there millions of Black Panthers out here? Give me some answers. And I want answers, not excuses. What I looked at when I studied history, black history, is that most black people be coons and they benefit from the fight of the people who not coons, even though they talk shit about the ones who not coons, call them hoteps and all this old shit. Y'all see they do it right now. What I notice is most black people be on some coon shit, but they benefit from the fight of the ones who actually have the heart to fight, who will put their job on the line to get us to this point. You'll see niggas doing that right now, sitting here on this internet, talking shit about our ancestors who gave everything they had for us to get to the point where we can be on this internet talking whatever shit we want to talk. That's real. That's real. But answer that question. I want somebody to answer. I'm answering y'all's question. Somebody tell me that. How did the Black Panther Party only have 5 to 10,000 members? Why didn't they have millions? Why didn't they have millions? The reason they were able to destabilize that movement so quickly and so efficiently is because of the small numbers. If we'd have had millions and passed that down our bloodline, our lineage, if that's what our culture was built off of, I couldn't even imagine what we would look like right now. I couldn't even imagine, yo. That's a dream, that's a fantasy. If we would have passed that shit down to our children, generation after generation after generation, where the fuck would we be now? Where would we be now? Cedric, you're not answering the question, bro. I never said like, yes, there were. Cedric, this is how misinformed you are. Cedric says, still doesn't change the fact that we the ones that started. Were there Panthers anywhere else? Yes, there was. What do you know about the Black Panther Party? There was Black Panther Party organizations in South America, in Africa as well. So yes, there were, to answer your question. But that's not the point. I'm not even trying to get sidetracked with your silly ass point. The point I'm trying to make is it was a small group. So even though FBA started the Black Panther parties, that's a small group of FBA. The majority of FBA is coons. It was coons then, is coons now, and that's all I'm saying. Like, give me something else versus what you're saying, bro. You're not making sense. You're not making sense right now, bro. I know about the Black Panther Party. I know the history. I'm not confused about the history. I'm telling you it's small numbers. And I'm telling you why. You're not telling me why, though. You're not even trying to explain to me why. And I'm telling you the why is because most black people, FBA or not, are coons. It is what it is, bruh. You ain't gonna be able to fight against that. I ain't gonna let you out of that. We some coons. It is what it is, bruh. No matter where we at, no matter whether you want to tie FBA on it or go to Africa, go to Jamaica, go to Haiti, it don't matter. Most black folk everywhere we go is coons, man. Like it's not, it's Tasha, I don't know. I think, again, the reason I think he's not understanding it because he's being emotional. I don't know what he's doing. I don't get it. But I think it's more emotionalism coming into play here. He's not thinking about what he's saying. He's not thinking about the history of our people. Hold on, y'all, 1 second. Let me get this back going. He's not thinking about the history. Like, I don't know what the brother thinking about. I don't know what it is, but I mean, if I was to be debated on this, I would lose. Like, if I was to be debated on what I'm saying here, I don't lose. I'm not losing this. Exactly. Jesus. And Jesus says simply because the Panthers' ideology unfortunately did not resonate with the masses. The masses of black people did not support the Black Panther Party. They thought they were militant, violent, and black people are not with militant form of pro-blackness. That's just not how black folk have been. That's just historic, bro. Like, it's not, I'm not trying to disrespect. I don't know why you trying to take it as disrespect. It just is what it is. My mama, even my own mama told me, the Black Panther Party, this is what she said, the Black Panther Party is no different than the KKK. It's just a black version of the KKK. Because I asked her, like, Mom, why wasn't you involved in that? Why wasn't you, oh, that's the black version of the KKK. This is what black people will say about the Black Panther Party. Like, they wasn't with that. They wasn't with how bold they were, how unapologetic they were. They wasn't with that. They didn't get the support. It just is what it is. Like that type of militant, unapologetic pro-blackness does not resonate with most black people, period. It just doesn't resonate. It doesn't resonate with us. That's not how, we don't like ours like that. We like ours more, kumbaya, we like more that type of shit. We not trying to ruffle no feathers like that. It just is what it is. Do y'all understand? To anybody else, do y'all understand what I'm saying? Am I making sense to y'all? Just let me know if I'm making sense to y'all. Because I think that Brother Cedric is determined to be confused, and I gotta let him have it. Sometimes you gotta let him have it. Are y'all understanding what I'm saying? I'm not disrespecting FBA or what that means and the lineage of it, but I do understand that regardless, most black people are self-hating, cave validation seeking coons. They don't want to rock no boats. They don't want to ruffle no feathers. They don't want to make their white friends mad. They want to be accepted by everyone. Like, am I making sense? Like, it just is what it is. I don't want it to be that way. I'm not saying this to, be sensational. This is just facts. These are just facts. I'm not, that shit bothers me that it's like that. But it is. It just is. They joke about, what I'm saying? Like all the Hotep jokes and all this other shit. Like people that act like me, they laughing stocks. We are laughing stocks. Don't nobody It's a joke. It's a joke. It's not serious. This is not the mentality. The militant pro-blackness is not something that we pass down to our children. We don't pass that down in our home, FBA or not. You can be non-FBA, FBA. It don't matter. That doesn't matter. One thing about white folk, let me tell you something about them. No matter where they from, they anti-black. You can go to Yugoslavia and find you a cave. You can go to Russia, find you a cave. You can go to Australia, find you a cave. You can go to Canada, find you a cave. You can go to South America, find you a cave. You can go to Africa, South Africa, find you a cave. You can come to America and find you a cave. Every single one of them bitches is anti-black. Yep. Every single one. Because at the root of every single one of their would-be cultures, white culture, at the root of it, is anti-blackness. That's why it resonates. No matter where they at, it resonates. No matter where they at. Black folk, here we are, FBA, non-FBA, you know. When I know, no matter where we are, we're coons. That don't make me happy. That doesn't make me happy. I know we don't have to be like that. No matter where we are, the large group of us, majority of us are coward ass coons. No matter where we at. That's why black people, melanated people make up most of the people on the planet, and still we the most oppressed. The only way that's possible is because you a coward. The only way you a coward is because you was taught to be a coward. And you got that from your black parents. So, you know, I don't want it to be like that. This is why I'm trying to show my kids. You don't have to exist that way to make it out here. You don't have to exist that way. You don't have to do none of that. And I don't give a fuck what black people, because most black people gonna tell them, you gotta get along and go along and get along. You know how niggas are. That's our logic. That's a part of our culture, code switching and all this old shit that we done told ourselves we gotta do just to get along. Assimilation, just to get along. This is what we telling our kids. And they see us doing it, so they're gonna do the same thing. They think they have to be this way. They can't speak out against racism because you told them they couldn't or they wouldn't make it. That's what we pass down to our children. That's where all the coons come from. Because you done told them our existence, our very existence on this planet is to be accepted by white folk. And in your religion, it tells you that you don't worry, only God can judge you. But y'all gave the same power you gave your God, you gave it to the caves, and that's why the cave gave you that damn God. Boy, y'all don't get me. Boy, hold on. I ain't trying to get fired. Let me take it. I'm gonna take a step back. I ain't trying to get fired up. I'm trying to be cool. I'm trying to be cool. I ain't trying to get all fired up with it and shit. But if you're gonna say only God can judge you, then that means the cave is your God. Because they judge you, and you adjust yourself to fit their judgment, to fit against whatever they say about you. You try to make yourself good in their eyes. The cave is your God. You treat him as such. It's your God on earth. And because you have that mentality, that's what makes you a fucking coon. FBA, ADOS, it doesn't matter. Call yourself whatever the fuck you want. But that's what makes you a coon. That's what makes us weak. It's not our numbers. Even though we fell in comparison number-wise here, it's not our numbers. It's that weak coward-ass mentality that we got. That's what fucks us up. We don't have any interest in being unapologetically pro-black. That ain't where we at with it. We too worried, like, what if my white friends see? Y'all don't know how many people come to me, FBA, come to me and tell me how scared they are to wear my t-shirts, to put on like I put on this motherfucking internet. You have no idea. Over the years, a brother just told y'all he'd been watching me for 10 years. All these years, I've gotten so many messages, black people just scared. Where do you think they got that fear from? They mama and them, daddy and them. FBA, that's where they got the fear from. They FBA parents. That's where they got it from. Fuck you mean? Like, it just is what it is. I believe we can change that. Hopefully it happens in my lifetime. I'm worried that it may not. But, you know, I want it to happen in our lifetime. Man, I got so many, like, Rant, you remember them videos, man. I done did so much, like, I done put in so much work and I don't get no credit for it. And I don't bitch about not getting credit for it, but motherfuckers be walking up on me like I just got here. I done did the case studies, the research, I done did all of that over the years. I done did it all. And y'all watching the growth. I done did all that. So I don't say 99% of black people is coons with a light heart. That's a heavy-hearted thing for me to say. Because I think we shouldn't be. I think there's no excuse for it, if you ask me. Why are you afraid? Why don't you care? I don't say that like it's a bragging right, because I'm black. And they judge us as a group. Y'all know that. So, because most black people cool, guess what the K's gonna think as soon as they see me? Now, I'm gonna correct them quick, but as soon as they see me, guess what they gonna believe? Guess what they gonna think as soon as they see me? Hold on, y'all. Guess what they gonna think, y'all? I hate that. I hate that they actually aren't wrong by assuming that if they meet a black person, there's a good chance that black person's a coon. I hate that they're not wrong about that. You know how mad that makes me? That I'm one of the few? When it should be millions of us like this and with this mindset? Like, do you know how fucking that upsets me every day? That I'm one of the few. When I should be a regular, like, they should be used to me by now, like, oh, okay, they act like that, yep. Yep, got black people in his clothes, yep, yeah. They act like that, they gonna speak up. You're not about to hold him. You're not gonna just apologize to them and they accept it. No, they don't do that. That's not a part of their culture. They don't forgive K. That's not a part of their fucking culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just is what it is. It just is what it is, bro. Cedric says, how did you know they were FBA for sure? So now you're going to work if most people in America are FBA. These are facts, okay? So now you're saying that everybody I've ever talked to, my own family even, that are coons, let's just be real, you're saying that now every coon I meet, all of them are non-FBA. Because that's what FBA people like to do, and that's why I can't take y'all seriously. This is why I don't have any respect for y'all. Because y'all say stupid shit, you believe in stupid shit, and you come up with reasons to not correct the mentality that I'm against. Yeah, that's what you're basically saying. Like, I'm telling you that most black people are FBA, most black people coons, but you keep trying to fight against it. So I can't respect you. And it's the same, I get into this not just with you, it's other FBA. Y'all all the same at this point. Y'all all say the same shit because y'all get y'all's talking points from y'all's leader and he say the same shit. So y'all all the same. I don't have to assume. This is numbers, bro. Like, what you mean you can't assume? Look at the numbers. Are you telling me that most black people in America are immigrants? Since when? I know the numbers of immigrants in America, and they don't outnumber us. Like, you're not being logical, bro. Like, I mean, and if you just don't like me, say that then, bro. I think I know you, Cedric. I think you be one of the niggas that be on my Facebook page mad. Now that I'm thinking about it, now that I'm putting everything together, I think you might be one of these hoe ass niggas that just don't like me. If you just don't like me, just say that then, bro. That's okay. I don't have a problem with that. But sitting here saying all this stupid shit that you saying, bro, come on, yo. Come on, yo. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. About to, actually, my phone about to die. Hold up. No, he don't. He don't come at the caves like that. We established that. Cedric admitted to, he actually admitted the fact that his enemy is the immigrants. His energy is it. This nigga trying it. Now you saying I'm being emotional, Cedric? That's what you say? I'm being emotional? Okay. I'm being emotional. If that's what it's giving, if you act like, if you feel like it's though I'm being emotional, then I'll just have to say, okay, bro. I don't even know how to respond to no shit like that. I'm not being emotional. I'm just saying, if you don't like me, say that. It's because what you're saying doesn't make sense. You can't challenge me. It doesn't seem like you have the mental faculties to challenge me. You haven't challenged anything I said. You're saying a bunch of dumb shit that don't make sense. The only thing you said that was real is Candace Owens isn't FBA. She's Caribbean. Everything else you said have been some bullshit. Well, you did say that in California, those immigrants are, I guess, pushing you out of your area. And that's real. I've heard of that. But everything else you said has been dumb. Everything else you've said has been some dumb shit. So it just is what it is. Rant ready. I'm gonna tell you what's so crazy, bro. I said that earlier. Rant said we got all the smoke for our own, but no smoke, no steam for the white team. I mean, I think this is a guy who, I think this one of them dudes that just don't like me for whatever reason. And that's cool. But at least say real shit. Like, he's telling me I can't assume somebody FBA, but FBA assumes that every coon they meet is a non-FBA. And that's not true, because I have family. My family is FBA. I have not only just my family, but I live here in the South. A lot of the people that live here in the South, a lot of them, I ain't gonna say, but most people in America are not immigrants. So it's just like, I don't know what this nigga talking about. I really don't. I really don't. I really don't know what this nigga talking about. But, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, that's facts, Rant. But I think Cedric, I think he be on my Facebook post being mad too. He one of these niggas that I think, and I could be mistaken. This could not be that Cedric, but I know there's another Cedric, same name, that get mad every time I defend black women. He be mad as fuck. Every time I defend black women, he be mad. So this, I don't know if it's the same guy, but it be him. He be mad. He can't stand for me to say nothing about black women. Anything positive, no, hell no. So if you FBA and you got a problem with FBA, I mean, this FBA, all right, cool. I mean, whatever. All right. Here's what it is. He do not like me because I don't trash black women. But he was talking about FBA was started, the Black Panther Party, that was mostly black women. But he won't bring up that stat to defend black women as to who has been on the front lines with black men the whole time. He won't bring that up when he's trashing black women, though. He won't bring that up. He won't bring it up. No, that's not true. Cedric Lawson says you think if... Wait, hold on. No. Don't delete his messages on your purpose. Don't delete them. Don't delete his messages. He's fine. He's fine. Don't delete him. Mods, don't delete him. Cedric says you think if somebody don't agree with you, they don't like you, that's emotional. No, I think if somebody disagree with everything I say, then they don't like me. And that's not emotional, that's facts. That's just facts. That's a matter of fact. You disagree with everything I say, then clearly, how can you like somebody if you disagree with everything they say? And I don't care. The only way that would be emotional is if I care whether you like me or not. To me, nigga, you a coon. And I damn sure don't give a fuck if coons don't like me. You can't believe I care. I actually got a rule. I don't give a fuck about the FBA shit, nigga. I don't give a fuck about coons. And I damn sure don't care if a coon don't like me. And nigga, you a coon to me. Especially if you said that is you. You that one that be on my page mad that I defend black women. Nigga, you a coon to me. The fuck? That's not emotional. The only way that would be emotional is if I cared that you didn't like me. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Understand that. I don't give a fuck about you not liking me. Nigga, I done been walking this path for over a decade. Niggas always don't like me. Especially when I'm calling them on that coon shit. Oh, I can see why you don't like me. Now it makes sense. Everything's making sense now. I see why. I see why. You one of the FBA coons I'm talking about. But still be on my pages though, in my lives though. Still be on my shit though. Still be on my shit. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? I had to take the earbuds out because my phone, I had to charge the phone up. But still be on my lives and shit though. Ain't no emotional shit, bro. Ain't no emotional shit. You want to debate me on anything, you let me know, bro. We can set that shit up. No problem. And no personal attacks or no shit like that. Like, I'll keep it straight. I ain't personally attacked. I mean, other than me calling you a coon, because, I mean, that's the shit you be on. So, but I ain't gonna be calling you, nothing about your physical looks or nothing like that. I don't even know how you look or nothing. We can keep it G. If you want to come argue against me, we can keep it G, bro. Hold on, y'all. Fuck with none of y'all hoe ass niggas that get mad at me because I don't hate black women, nigga. I don't care nothing about none of you niggas and what y'all be mad about. Now I'm gonna ride for you even though you a fucking coon. I'm still gonna ride for my people, and just so happens you are part of my people, which I hate that shit, but I'm gonna ride for the people, whatever. But I don't give a fuck none of y'all coon ass niggas that get mad at me because I don't hate black women or I acknowledge the presence that black women have had for all our liberation, our forward progress. I don't give a fuck about none of you niggas not liking me, cuz. Nah, I don't give a fuck. You gotta know that. That's no offense to, but it just is what it is. I don't care. I expect you not to like me. Now, I know your response video gonna be disrespectful. I expect that now. If this is you, then I expect that. I expect that. That's what's up. Do your thing, bro. But that goes, if you say you FBA, then it goes into what I've been saying. FBA niggas is coons. It just is what it is. It just is what it is, bro. Hold on. Let me, actually, I need to, my shit, okay. I gotta get the fuck off here anyway, man. Damn. I hate I gotta get off here too, but we're gonna get back into it because anybody that wants some motherfucking smoke, I'm gonna give you space. I'm gonna give you time to come with your smoke. Maybe I'll do a fucking Facebook Live or some shit like that. Or maybe I'll come back on here and go live later on if I get some time today or over the weekend. But we're gonna do a couple smoke shows in a row. Because I'm tired of you niggas acting like you can challenge me and that you be saying some real shit, but you're not saying anything, bro. You saying nothing. But niggas be mad all the time. Niggas be mad. If you look at my post on Facebook, on Instagram, niggas always mad. Especially when I don't hate black women. Me not hating black women make niggas can't stand me. And that's problematic, yo. That's problematic. Rant radio, that's a good, I can do that. I can make some videos, but I still be on the road, bro. I be working so fucking much. It's not about, it's about having the time, bro. Like, I work 14 hours a day. Like, I get up at 5 a.m. I work 14 hours. Like, I be tired, bro. This shit take energy sometimes. It takes energy. If you're gonna be good at it, it takes energy. I don't be having time all the time, bro. I don't be having time. Said you to my we'll see. Yeah, we will see, nigga. I want y'all niggas to come on camera and debate whatever talking points I done made that you got a problem with. We can talk about it, and it'll be legit. It'll be legit. It'll be legit. I ain't gonna be on no personal attacks or no shit like that. I ain't gonna be on none of that shit. You got a problem with me, so whatever that problem is, you be able to hash it out, bro. My Facebook link is in the description box. Ghetto the Orator. It's in the description box. It's my real name, though. It's my real name, Robert Perkins. That's why I ain't hard to find. That's what I be trying to tell these bitch ass niggas out here. Like, I'm not hard to find. I'm using my real name. I'm here. I'm out here for real. So, you know, it just, but ain't nobody, motherfuckers don't want to respect that. Motherfuckers don't respect it, but I'm gonna give everybody space. Cedric, you can come on. I mean, actually, you can send me a message, bro. Like, if you want to know the exact time when I'm gonna start the smoke show, you can send me a message, and I'll make sure you get the link. I'll make sure you get the motherfucking link, bro. If you want to come holler at me about something I done said. But just as long as it's stuff I done said, it can't be nothing that you making up, or it gotta be shit I've actually said. It gotta be shit I've actually said. That's all I ask. That's all I ask, okay? But I'm about to get the fuck off here for the day. Hopefully y'all vibe with me. Hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. I'm about to get the fuck off here. We're gonna be back in here though. I'm gonna start doing more of these lives while I'm driving. Just to give y'all, you know, just to give my people that love me, my people that care about me, my people that support me, my B123 fam. I'm gonna do it for us. I'll do these shits even though I don't really like doing them like this. I'll still do it just because y'all want me to. But yeah, stay tuned, y'all. Shout out to Team Rob. Y'all already know what the fuck it is. Black first, second, and third. I'm out.